I've been selling my hoe, sucking all day, overtime hours for being real gay.
Hey, look, it's a little dead meme.
As the dawn sets, the violent pussy bandit stalks for his prey. You know how in SoCal there's always some wild shit they say before.
Yeah, always say.
The hero begins his adventure at the end of his journey, and it's like, what the fuck does that mean?
You played wait. You played
no,
the
that's
story
not
of
story.
SoCal?
That would just be whenever a fight would start.
A fight would start.
Yo,
the motherfucker would just start setting the tone.
You
Bro,
hear
I
some
skipped
mythical
all that
it'd be
shit.
some like real crazy fantasy music, and then
This
some
nigga
dude
is about to get blasted real good.
You
Round
know what's
one.
fucking insane? I've played a lot of Soul Calibur. I have never heard that in my life.
That is
Really?
insane.
I always thought that was the craziest thing since
That
like
is
Dreamcast, bro. Since Dreamcast,
I would skip past it every single time and be like, I want to fight.
you would just fucking like, and then just start fighting.
Yeah,
How do you
absolutely.
experience? That's such an iconic experience of that game. That's like playing. That's like playing freaking Dead or Alive and never seeing titties jiggle. It's like, how did you play that
Yeah, like,
game?
just
How did you play that game then?
Somehow,
No, because that's
missed the tits.
gameplay, dude.
You just turned off the titty physics. You were like, "Fuck, I'm not here for that."
Oh, that hurts. That even hurts just hearing that. Just turning it
Do you
off.
think there are people with like a phobia of titties? Like, you know how there's like a you know there's like arachnophobia filters in video games that make spiders into big circles?
That's not true, right?
That's real, actually. Yeah,
I've never.
100%.
I didn't know.
If there are spiders in a game and they're like I specifically remember it was in Grounded, that Obsidian game where you played like it was like Honey I Shrunk the Kids style, and you were like in the backyard and everything was giant and you were fighting bugs. Spiders would turn it. There was a filter to turn the spiders into big like circles, basically like big spheres, because it freaks people out that much.
I'm so sick
Which
of
is
everybody.
weird to me.
That's
I'm
way
so sick
I mean,
of
it's supposed to,
everybody.
first of all, it's
That's way
supposed
too
to scare
much.
you. It's a spider. It's a spider coming at you that's 6 stories high compared
Yeah.
to you. It should be unsettling. Like, I feel like it defeats the purpose of even having it in the game.
I understand phobias, right? Phobias are illogical. That's the point of the phobia part. They're just irrational.
guess.
Well, no, that's what it means. It means irrational fear.
Yeah,
of
I know.
X.
I understand I understand that's what that means, but it's
So,
also like deal with it.
I mean,
You know,
nah,
it's a
man.
video game.
no. You definitely have to deal with it. Yeah.
I would look. It's just
like,
like
dude,
that would just.
that would be like
Bro.
if they put trigger warnings in The Last of Us before things were about to happen. It'd
Look,
be like,
look, no.
You
but-
signed up for this experience.
But look, like I'm at like.
No.
Like I have a phobia, so I'm trying to like middle ground it, but my phobia is like
Yeah, I
the
know,
deep
homophobia, we know.
ocean.
We
Oh
know.
no, homophobia. Yeah,
We know. We know.
While also being homosexual, I'm homophobic
you
at the
don't
same
have
time. So
you
like
don't
I
have
exist.
wait,
I
wait.
exist in a very weird in between space.
You don't have a phobia of the ocean, do you? You don't have a phobia of the ocean.
I can't do deep oceans. I can't go on cruises.
No, but that's like no. But like,
You can't do what?
I can't do cruises.
okay, let me.
Why is that?
Hold on, I'm confused by this. So, because I would say that I wouldn't want to be on a boat either in the middle of the ocean. I would definitely not want to do that because I understand logically that it's not a place for me to be. A person should not be like around the middle of the ocean. They just shouldn't be there.
But does it scare
That's
you?
why I would be afraid of the ocean. But I could still, if I found myself on a boat in the middle of the ocean, I'd be like, well, I guess I'm here. That sucks.
If
I would deal with it.
If I woke up on like my bed in the middle of the ocean, I would die out of fear. I would get so scared I would die. I'd be like, and I would just
Okay, well,
desiccate.
your bed is different. Your bed is different than your bed's different than a boat. Okay.
If I woke up
It's
on
very-
like a dinghy in the middle of the ocean, I would die as well.
What about
Can
a ship?
you imagine?
What about a ship?
A ship, there'd be people for me to talk to, so I could be like, I'd be like having an episode while people are around. Because if there's no people around, I'm not having an episode. But if there are people around, I'm gonna have a fucking full on meltdown.
Can you imagine playing a prank on somebody? Can you imagine being like, "Yo, this is gonna be hilarious. We're gonna roofie our friend, and we're gonna take his mattress. We're gonna wait for him to go to sleep. We're gonna drag his mattress into the middle of the Pacific Ocean and leave him there."
That's so not funny.
Or fucking
That is entirely not
we
funny.
raise
No,
money.
it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's good.
But super, like, what kind of friends do you have?
Oh yeah, dude. Like,
We don't
first of
root
all,
for you?
incredibly rich friends.
Yeah.
First off, to be
pull
able to
that
do
off.
something like that.
That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
and
You,
also-
to do that, you'd have enough money to just. How about also we roofie him a couple of times, keep him under, keep him sedated, and then we put you in a submersible. And then like you
crazy.
fucking wake up.
You wake up
next to
in
the Titanic.
You wake
with
up in a tin can
pieces of that
under
other thing.
the ocean.
There's like
Pieces
there's
of
like
the ocean
there's,
gate floating by.
there's like 14 Logitech controllers like sitting next to you, and you have to guess which one is the right one.
That is stuff like that is just you know what's crazy, because I can see people becoming so desensitized that that can happen eventually. That's what terrifies me. Like someone being so fucking incapable of understanding okay from not okay. They'll be like, it was a joke, and it's like, dude,
Bro, did you hear about Ari Shaffir? Did you hear about Ari Shaffir doing that shit?
No, wait, what?
Do you know that fucking unfunny? Well, I mean, a lot of Bert Kreischer. Do you know the comedian Bert Kreischer?
Oh yeah.
No,
he just takes his shirt off and he's like disgusting.
Is he fat?
Yeah, he's
Is
pretty
he a
fat.
white dude? Is he like a white dude?
His
He has
name's
a big-
Bert Kreischer.
He
Of
has
course
a
he's
big beard and everything. He has a beard.
Yeah, he has a beard. Yeah, okay, so you know who he is.
He's like hung out. He hangs out with like Joe Rogan sometimes, like that.
Yeah, he's friends
Yeah.
with. They used to do all the competitions. He's one of the most disgusting human beings ever. Just from like hearing shit that he's done. But anyway,
Really?
I don't know.
I don't know half of that lore, honestly.
So I listen to every once in a while I'd catch episodes of his podcast Two Bears One Cave with Tom Segura, and they'd have these fucking crazy stories of just him. Okay, first of all, he bathes in his pool. Yeah, he doesn't actually shower. He just goes in his pool, takes a bar of soap, and then he's good. Before I guess he was like, oh, there must be something to wiping your ass with your own hand because other cultures do it. So for a while he was doing that shit. He also, and this is the one that just disturbs me the most, he cuts his toenails, then he gets scotch tape, picks it up with scotch tape, and then tapes it under his coffee table. That's
What are
like
you
a
talking
thing.
about? Why would that? Wait, is this? Hold on.
Is he disabled in some way?
Is he? Are these jokes?
No,
he's a comedian, right?
No. He is. His wife corroborates how fucking disgusting he is. He's just like, he also always has this like film on him because I don't think he actually washes the dead skin off of him. Like he's just like
he's like
he just always looks gross. And I'm like, this guy is.
It's
like, you can tell he's disgusting. He's a disgusting human being.
What's his name again?
Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer. It's like when
I
you
feel
get.
like I've
It's like
seen
when you
him
get.
do it before. I've seen it before.
It's like when you get. What is it? When you would use glue in elementary school and you would peel it off your fingers.
Yeah, you will try it and peel it off. I love doing that. But
It was so
also,
fucking
Do
satisfying.
you love doing that?
I used to
It is
love doing
satisfying.
that.
I like it. I like it.
I used to love doing that.
I can't remember the last time I've been around glue enough to.
Yeah.
I would imagine honestly that if I was still using glue as regularly as I
Yeah, I know who this
was
fuck
when I was
is.
a
Yeah, I
child,
know this guy
then I
is.
would enjoy. I would still enjoy the feeling
You would
of
still
doing
do
that.
it. What about
Yeah, I would still
trying
do
with
it.
cum? You think it would have the same property? You think it would?
I don't think so. I don't think.
Cum,
I don't think
cum,
it peels
I don't
in
know
the
what
same
cum
way.
does.
Okay.
I don't know what cum
I
does.
feel like it just sort of like. I feel like
I don't
it
know
dries
what
into
cum
like
does.
a powder almost. Like I don't think it. I think it dries into like a layer.
Cum
none of us
absorbs
is-
into women's skin. That's why I shoot it on their faces. It absorbs into their skin and it tightens their face.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
Wait.
with that out of the way,
Hold on. I don't. There's gonna be people that are gonna be very angry that I didn't finish where I was going, just
Oh,
because we have a lot of people on the spectrum listening to it. Shouts out. All I was gonna say, we were talking about horrible friends. Ari Shaffir. Do you know that guy?
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
amazing racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this guy's genuinely. He's one of those people that I genuinely, when you hear people like, oh, should be canceled, and you're like, it's dumb. This is one guy I'm like, oh, why is this guy still around and shit? Because
Ari Shaffir.
yeah, dude,
He's an
He did a
asshole.
podcast. He did a podcast, Bert's podcast, and he fucking roofied him. He dosed him. He gave him not roofie, he gave him Molly. He does his podcast at his house, Bert. So his family's home. He needs to catch a flight in an hour, and he fucking just gives him fucking Molly. And he's freaking out, and then he goes on his plane. He just has panic attacks on his plane. He's banned he's banned from the house. Everyone was mad at Ari. Everyone was
You
mad
don't
at Ari.
do that. You don't do that to
That's
people.
literally not a friend. And then,
That's like one of the few rules. You don't
They
give
all
people drugs if they're not ready.
They forgave him though, which is insane. They were all mad because they talked about it on a podcast, on Joe Rogan's podcast, and Ari's a fucking psychopath defending himself like, "Oh, it was no big deal. It was a joke. It was funny," and And then here's another thing that Ari did. It's not as bad, not nearly as bad, but it's still just psychotic shit. He was at Joe Rogan's studio, and Ari didn't know that there was video cameras in the hallways.
Oh my
and
God.
so Ari says, I'm gonna go take a piss or whatever. And he literally goes out to the hallway and starts pissing in the hallway. And then Joe gets a text from his security when Ari comes back, and he's like, Ari, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you pissing in the hallway? And then Ari reacts being mad that, why would you have cameras in your hallway? And I'm like, this guy is insane.
This guy's he's the kind of guy that you don't invite him to parties at your house.
Fuck no.
You invite him to parties at other people's houses. Like, oh, yeah, there's this party going on that's not at my house. You should come by.
But wait, so
He's
what
like,
happened
where do you
between
live?
them?
Like,
Like,
I'll never tell you.
So Bert Kreischer was like mollied? Is that what it was?
Bert Kreischer in his house. He was dosed in his own house. And he
In
was
his
freaking
own
out
house.
because he's never done that shit before. And he's like, I gotta catch a flight, so he just has full on panic attacks while he's flying.
I'm gonna look. That's
That's
okay,
funny.
listen.
Here we go.
It is
Let
funny.
me hear.
That's-
Let me hear this.
Okay, hold on. That's really bad. I would never do that to a friend of mine, but that is fucking hysterical.
That's funny. It is.
That is funny. It is funny to everybody else. You know, like I would imagine internally between you and the person you do it to, it's gonna be really unfunny, like
No.
really not cool.
Picturing that happening to Bert Kreischer is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
That's what I mean. It's like his skin is like extra red, like more red than it usually is. And he's like,
The idea
Yeah.
of roofing somebody in general is so not okay.
It's like
so
to slip
not
drugs
alright.
to anybody, even like people you don't like, is insane enough. But to like someone who you consider a friend is the
comedians
wildest
do
shit.
that though, man. Comedians just like disrespect each other's boundaries like crazy. It's
Absolute
wild.
That's like
Degenerates.
really not cool at all. But like, yeah,
No,
I guess.
I've never respected the stand-up comedy scene for those reasons, dude. There is the fact that let's say all the LA comics, that most of them aren't in jail for assaulting women is a miracle.
Wait, what do you
because
mean?
they've all told stories saying some of the worst shit that they've done, and they all laughed
is
it off. It
wild,
was all
yeah.
funny. Stuff has surfaced, and then they all said, "Oh, it's just jokes." And I'm like, we know it's not jokes. People that are in the comedy scene, people surrounded by it, or even just somewhat adjacent to it, know that they think being a degenerate is fucking hilarious. What's that guy? Brian Callen is like one of the biggest offenders, and he's just like, "Oh, I didn't do nothing." And there's like fucking just clips and clips of him being like, "Oh,
you
yeah,
know
I
what
just
my
whipped
favorite-
my
you know my
dick out.
favorite
Oh,
one?
I just made it." What?
My favorite one was what is it, Chris D'Elia learning that you could save Snapchats. Did you see that?
Wait, what?
That is a fantastic
Because
clip.
Chris D'Elia got I can't even remember what the reason was at this point. I don't really care.
He
Like, a lot
did
of
some
these
shit.
blend
I
into
remember
each
that.
other.
Hear about that.
He hooked up with a lot of underage girls.
Oh, did he actually?
Yeah, there's
Wow.
like,
Yeah, so
so
that
go ahead.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so that happened, and he was talking to them through Snapchat or whatever, and he's on a podcast, and like he's just talking, and somebody brings up the fact. I can't remember what the reason was, but he brings up the fact that like, oh yeah, the Snapchat DMs leaked, and he was like, wait, but how could Snapchat DMs leak? Don't they delete? And it's like, oh, well, you could screenshot them and save them. And he's just looking around like, oh.
Did you see him panic? Oh. Did you see him panic?
No,
It's
you
like
see
it's like
it in
it's
his
like
face.
It's like it's a quiet panic. It's very funny. It's like a very funny video.
the
Because, of course,
amount of
dude,
stuff floating out. He's like, oh my god, all the shit that I've seen. And yeah, man, there was during all that controversy.
That's so fucking
Long story
funny.
short, there was like 2 stories maybe that weren't true. And then his fans were like, good enough for me. But I'm like, what about the other dozens of women that have said shit? And then just about 5-6 months ago, maybe 7 at this point, some people, like this one guy made a really good documentary, and he actually started doing some like investigations with like some of his victims and shit. And then he has all of this fucking behind the scenes audio. He has so much shit that I'm like, I don't even know how this guy isn't in prison. It's one of the, I guess it could be kind of like a Jared Fogle thing where it took a long time. Like that chick
I
was
don't know, man.
cooperating. Do you know about that? That
Jared
Fogle
Fogle
shit?
was feeding people footlongs for a minute until they got him, bro.
Yeah, he was fucking
He was
like,
feeding people
dude,
footlongs
I didn't
for
even
a
finish
while,
that
bro.
documentary, that
It's
series.
insane.
I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish it. I got to the part where he started talking about like I think it was like a 6-year-old boy in Thailand, and I couldn't finish. I was done. I was like, I'm done. I can't go anymore.
Sorry, Jared. I won't even eat a sandwich anymore.
I don't
Thanks
even
a lot.
I don't eat sandwiches I don't make ever, but now especially.
Yeah. There's
Honestly, I could never stop eating sandwiches.
dude, sandwiches.
That would be like
from New York.
That
You're
would
from
be
New York.
impossible.
It's part of your subculture shit.
To me,
It's
that
just
is
everything. Everybody loves sandwiches. That's not like a
bro.
New York
It's just
thing.
it's so convenient, and the great thing about sandwiches, you can make a snack or you can make it a meal depending on how much you put in it.
Yeah, dude, it's perfect.
great.
It's like honestly like really underrated food, in my opinion.
No,
sincerely,
sandwiches
like
are not underrated. They're
they're
properly
absolutely
rated.
underrated.
I
don't
think
think so.
that. How do you think
No, 'cause
sandwiches are
people-
underrated?
Because people think
Every
about,
culture
when
has
people think
versions
about-
of them. Literally,
That's not what fucking underrated means, jackass.
they're
Everybody
very
has
well
gr-
represented. They're very well represented and very high rated. People love sandwiches.
Oh my god. Never mind. Yeah, find me somebody who's gonna put at the top of their fucking top foods of all time sandwiches. Find me that.
You know
Because
what's crazy?
that. It's always like
you know
it's always
what's crazy?
pizza, sushi,
yeah, and tacos
fucking-
like that. You're right. But if
Yeah.
you bring up sandwiches, a lot of people will be like, you know what? Sandwiches are pretty good. Everyone
sandwiches
that
are
has
pretty
that
good.
stupid list, they won't say it. They won't say it.
That kind of sounds
That's what
like the
I'm
point
saying.
of underrated.
No.
Kinda
But
sounds
think
like
of it
they're
like this,
underrated.
right? No one will say it at first, right? But then once you bring it up, they'll be like, you know, you're right.
Oh my God,
Sandwiches are up
Kingston,
there.
the Kingston, the
That's
fact that
what
no one will say it at
underrated
first is the
sounds
point.
like.
The fact that no one will say it at first is the point. I'm gonna kill you. Let's move on.
I love it. That's great.
God damn it. God Christ.
Everyone will be like, you know what?
Actually
Sandwiches are pretty great. And you'll be like, yeah, you're right, because you're stupid.
guys.
I really want a sandwich, actually.
I
I
wanna
want a
see
sandwich
you-
right now. I'm getting hungry, actually, thinking about them.
Hell
So,
yeah, get a sandwich. Hold on.
So, ahead.
Before we move on to what I want to send you guys something. I just wanted to see if you've seen this clip. This guy has a where the fuck is? Come on, chat.
There's something
you
I wanted to
lose
talk
it?
about, but I
Those
don't know if you
freezing.
guys want to talk about it. But it's something I want to talk about that's pretty crazy.
well,
I just want. Hold on, dude. I'm in the middle of something. So you need to see this. This fucking. I don't know if you've seen this hippie guy that's on the Timcast. Literally have a fucking like a PTSD moment from. It's so funny at the end.
oh yeah, I did see this. The one with the where he's talking about we won't wear dirty masks on our faces or whatever.
Do you see at the end his fucking he like shells up and he's literally like about to like fucking cry and
Dude, it's crazy.
I was
it's
like,
wild.
this is a grown ass man. This is a grown ass man that just has a fucking literal panic attack over this, and I love it. I just love it only for the reason that these people always act like they're super tough or they can't wait to fight the Civil War or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And literally,
Well-
if you just flung a mask at them like a fucking slingshot, they would probably fucking have a heart attack.
They would vomit. and shit themselves. Did you see that video? I don't. Oh, we'll get back to this. We'll get back to this video in a second. But did you
Sure,
see that
sure.
video of the kid sneaking up on that other kid in high school, punching him in the head, and then shitting his pants?
Video's old
No.
though. It's an old video. Is that not an old video?
I've never seen that video before.
That video
Shitting
is
his
old, but it's
pants?
funny as fuck. Yeah.
Did
he
kill
launches
him?
a sneak.
You
He launches a sneak attack and he shits his pants.
Kingston, do you have that video? Do you have that? Can you
Yes,
find
I
that
can
video
pull it
and-
up right
and
now.
put it-
Give me a second.
Throw it in the chat. It is absolutely worth being in
Okay.
this episode because like I can't explain to you how embarrassing it would be for you to imagine you are in high school, right? Your entire world is that school basically.
Yeah.
You sneak up
It's
on
there.
a guy, punch him in, here it is.
Shitting
You
your
sneak up
pants
on a
is
guy,
literally the worst thing that can happen to you as a kid.
dude,
Absolutely.
it's so bad. It's so bad because it's not even the person who gets snuck up on that shits his pants. It's the guy who is on the offensive. It's so fucking embarrassing. And you just see that spot on his pants expanding. It's crazy.
This is a crazy fight.
It's about.
It is a crazy fight.
What the fuck, dude?
You see the guy, his pants, and everybody in the video is like, he shit his pants. Oh
no way, bro. This is relatively new.
This fight
I've
is
never
not
seen this
new.
video.
I saw it months
Bro.
ago.
Well, months ago is relatively
pretty
new.
That's not like
Nigga's
7 years old.
He's got
you know?
Crocs on. He's got Crocs on. This is new.
I mean, yes, it's new era stuff. Yes, it's new era stuff.
I was
Dude,
thinking
I just
like,
love-
oh,
I just-
old internet, old.
I love the idea. This is
Oh
like the
my
equivalent of
God.
like imagine you're a sniper in the fucking military. You kill somebody from like 8 miles away and then you shit your pants. Like it's just like the idea of having all the advantage in a fight and then still shitting yourself is hysterical.
And he's
I
like
love
one of
that.
those good old boys too. He's got the
Yeah,
backwards
man.
hat that probably it's probably a Punisher logo. I can't tell. But he's got the he's got the fucking Wrangler jeans on, and he
He's
somehow
got the backwards hat. Oh
he trips before he he I don't even understand this. I'm like rewinding it, and he's trying to punch his face. Now the kid, I don't know if he knows how to fight, but he actually just he rolls with the punch, which is really cool. When he goes in for the fucking left hook, he's like already falling. Like I don't even understand what's happening. I don't even know this. He just I don't know. And then this is a pretty good fight though. I was expecting it to just be like
It's not a good
beatdown.
fight. That other kid with the curly hair was just fending him off. He was just fending
at
him.
one point, look at one point, the kid, the good old boy, his pants are all doo-dooed up. He's slipping on his shit or something, and then the kid with the gray is now he's fucking pounding him while he's against the wall, and now this kid is the doo-doo is sprawling. Because that's all he can do. He can't do anything else. He's just sprawling. So he probably wrestles, but he's shitty as fuck, literally and figuratively. And Crocs is doing work, man. This is fucking hilarious.
The thing
It's
is,
an awesome
the thing is,
video.
once you shit yourself, like the only way, like, look,
You have to move. You have to move. You have to change schools.
If
you
you
got to
shit
leave
yourself,
Yeah.
you gotta beat the person that you. If you shit yourself, you have to beat the person you're fighting so bad that the shitting yourself isn't the craziest thing. You gotta beat that guy into a comatose state.
town. You have
This
to
is
kill
the
him.
only way. The only way you redeem yourself is you become crazy and dangerous. But when you shit yourself, you put your hands down your pants and you throw it at him. That will everyone will be like,
You
"Whoa."
fucking-
he did that on purpose. He was so mad that he shit himself to throw
That's-
his shit at him.
You know that reminds me of that Hey Arnold episode where he's
Wait,
like
that happened at Harold?
no, there's a Hey Arnold there's a Hey Arnold episode where people threaten to beat him up. He's about to get into a fight after school, but then he just like acts insane, and then
Oh, I
everybody's
remember
just
that.
like he was like I'm crazy. And
I
it's like
remember
I think
that.
it's like James Brown literally in the episode, and it's like and nobody
Yeah, like
wants
he
to
has the
fuck with him because he
boombox and
seems like
shit.
exactly yeah.
He's like, "Whoa, you're crazy, man!" In real life, he would have just gotten twice the shit kicked out of him.
yeah, he would have gotten shot probably. It would have been like, what's this? This guy's a threat to me now because I can't
These
predict
fucking
his movements.
Fifth graders with a fucking gun.
Bro, go to
Dude, I mean,
Brazil.
it happens, man.
Go to
It
Brazil,
happens.
bro. You'll find
Go
fifth
to
graders
Brazil.
with guns, and you'll find fifth graders that lead gangs, bro. Like,
Go
this is a
Poughkeepsie,
kid.
man. It's probably
This is
pretty
a
common.
kid.
Where at?
Go to Poughkeepsie, New York.
Where I went to high school.
You'll find
Yeah.
8-year-olds with fucking
Yeah,
Where I went to
elementary
high
school.
school.
Where
It
there
wasn't that
elementary
crazy.
school with
It wasn't that crazy. The middle school
Kingston,
was getting
Kingston-
there.
No, man, it
Chris-
was
Chris,
it was-
I went to
there was
school
a kid
there.
that- there was. I understand, but like I knew a kid that brought 8 grenades into that school and went home.
That's not true. That's not
It is
true.
It is true.
People
Is he
would bring
just
guns to school,
juggling them?
though. People would bring
He
guns to
was
school.
juggling.
That shit
He was
crazy.
juggling grenades. He was juggling grenades in the bathroom, and he
Dude,
was
I
putting on
remember
like a
there
little
was
show.
this I remember
He
this
was
one
busking.
day. This is insane. This is the most insane thing ever. I remember one day some kid said, "I'm gonna punch a teacher in the face after school," and we thought it was a joke. And after
he did it?
school, he punched the teacher in the face. And he was like a 17-year-old kid, thought he was tough. And his teacher was this grown-ass man, jacked-ass dude. He punched in the face. And the teacher proceeded to beat the dog shit out of that kid. And I'm like, why would he do that? I was like, why would he
yeah.
do? I think these kids
Kids-
think that they're on,
kids
like,
don't-
I'm in the streets, I'm tough. It's like, yes,
Well,
compared
kids-
to other kids, you are tough.
kids-
Yeah.
Kids generally think that they're like invincible in comparison to
Impervious.
most. Like yeah. They just
Oh, you can't
that's just
do
like
nothing.
general thing. If
I'm a
you've
kid.
never,
You can't do nothing.
I have a kid. You can't do shit to me. And then you
It's
get
just these-
fucking thrown into the stratosphere by a
It's the
man
fun-
that's 16 times your size.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah,
I
I know.
remember it was all the time. Always those like the tough kids. I remember this. This is one of my most terrifying moments ever. I was
it
in
the grenade
third
kid?
grade.
The kid with the grenades?
No. I was in third grade. And I fought this MS-13 kid. One of my cousins was friends with this dude that was MS-13. They were like, I was like maybe like 12. He was like 15. I fought his younger brother. I beat him up. When I went back to visit the Bronx when I was like 18 years old, I saw the kid again tattoos on his face, tatted up crazy, clearly concealing something on his hip. Saw him by my building, and I kid you not, my heart sank because I was like, oh, I'm gonna die now. He's gonna remember I fought him and he's gonna kill me. I went over there.
Wait, hold on. Did he kill you?
Nah, he didn't kill me. Spoiler, he didn't kill me. Spoiler alert.
I can't believe he didn't kill you. I didn't
bro.
know.
He actually apologized for it. He was like, I was just being a dumb kid. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm just being a dumb kid. And because his brother made fun of him because he started the fight and he got beat up. Yeah. And plus his brother was cool with my cousin. So luckily that's the only reason why. And we actually ended up chilling and eating pizza with each other that whole day. Really cool dude. Definitely probably in jail now.
He's definitely in jail or dead.
Done some sangre por sangre shit. He's fucking
dude, those Salvi dudes are crazy, man. He was I was like, he's got a gun on his hip. I can tell because my instincts are making me trying to make me run. So I stood next to him and I was just scared. So
before we continue on today, right?
Yep.
I do want to point out our Patreon's doing super well. If you want to jump over onto patreon.com/the Snark Tank, we got a bunch of shit over there, a bunch of extra ammo episodes coming. We're doing all sorts of shit over there, and it's really cool to have all that support. Also, I want to point out that I have not been making the thumbnails for this show for quite a long time.
Quite some time.
I just want to get that out there. And so I don't know what the thumbnails are going to be until I basically see them show up on my YouTube For You page. And the last episode, I'm not even kidding, it was like I was in a car accident. I was thrown clear of I was like, I can't believe first of all, I can't believe we're allowed to do these. But I laughed so fucking hard when I saw that. I want everybody to give Derek his dues because the thumbnails have been just so fucking outlandish.
They've been really out of pocket. They've been really, really out of pocket, man.
It's the only thing that I enjoy about doing like the editing process or whatever. Where you truly get to be creative. Let me just think of something. Where like that whole Bradley Cooper thing, we came to the conclusion of like, it wasn't a big fucking deal, so I'm like, well, let me make it a big deal. This is what people were. The way that people were acting is like that. That's what like they're acting like it looked like that shit, and I just love looking at it.
My favorite one recently is the one of Al Bundy holding a gun up to.
Dude, that one is the Baldur's Gate one is fucking hilarious too.
The Baldur's Gate one is really
Shadow
good
One's titties are bigger when the gnome's dick is longer than his upper body, bro. It's crazy.
It's good. It's some good thumbnail. I just want to show some appreciation for Derek's artistry here. Because I am consistently, like every week, I see it on my fucking television, and it blows my fucking mind every time I see it. Because I'm like, what was that episode about? Oh, I remember.
Okay,
fucking that.
I really like that fucking the submersible one because Sweeney, you brought up that fucking Ed and Eddie thing, and it was so perfect. I was like, this is great. Like I don't even need to search for anything. I already know what I need to use. That was great.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Bro, him holding a gun to her is so funny. Dude, the freaking what you call the Yomashina burst.
Yeah, they're all very good. It's nuts. But all right.
The autistic guy from The Good Doctor as Link jumping.
Oh, as Link.
What was we had some stuff to specifically talk about today, right? Like there was like a specific thing that me and Derek were talking about before. But fucking Oliver Anthony, the rich man north of Richmond. So we touched on this a little bit on the last episode, but I didn't actually see the song until.
I don't even remember talking about it.
We like very like it was barely even. I don't think it was even really like it was maybe like a minute long, the conversation.
Okay,
because I hadn't seen it yet, and I've gotten around to seeing it, And the internet has gotten around to a lot of things. He put out like some other song. I don't know. It's not nearly as.
Did you hear it?
It's not. Yeah, it's not.
I heard it.
It's not
I heard
as.
both of them.
It's the first one's clearly better. Like the first, like just chord progression wise, even though it is just E minor, C, G, D, like every fucking song is. But it's the second one's whatever. But like we've seen a lot of kind of conservatives kind of turning on him because he was caught. Well, not caught. It wasn't like a Chris
gay?
Hansen thing. No,
No,
he wasn't caught like gaying or anything. He was
Gaying.
he was so he was giving some interview on the street where somebody was like kind of just talking to him, and he's talking and he doesn't have an accent, which is like a big red flag for those people because they really don't like it when you fake. Oh, there, hey the way, and then you speak, and then you speak, and you're like, I believe that things should be nice. It's a very big red flag. But he was basically saying like, we shouldn't let our differences divide us like that. So America's a melting pot, and that's great, or something like that, like something to that effect. And everybody was like, oh man, fuck. Oh,
So he just said something not ignorant, and they were like, no.
Yeah, honestly, even like when I heard the original song, I was kind of confused about like what it seemed to me a case of like the audience really kind of running with something more than like because listening to that original song, it's like it's like vaguely cringe a little bit, and there's a weird thing specifically about like I don't know the fat people milking welfare when he's like not particularly skinny, it's like that's a little weird, but like. I thought the song was kind of tame, honestly. Like, I feel like a lot of people were, like, projecting a lot of shit onto it. So, like, I think a lot of people are upset that he probably isn't a white supremacist and also that he isn't... You know what I mean? I feel like everybody's disappointed. I feel like there are people who are, like, really, 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 really left who are disappointed that he's not as racist as they thought he was. And there are people who are really, really far right who are upset that he isn't as racist as they want him to be. You know what I mean? It feels like one of those situations.
Yeah,
but
his accent was like, oh, this guy is seethingly racist, and then not really. His accent is so barely like he is from Virginia, but I know people from Virginia that don't sound like they're from fucking Appalachia. They just sound like they they're just so he has like it maybe the slightest little of anything, but country is a genre of music, and the people that sing country sing in that twang. That's kind of how it works.
They do.
It's just how it works. It's like when you're rapping. That's why I make so much fun of British hip hop because they don't assimilate. They do their thing and it sounds terrible. You know what I mean? Like, but you have like say, because here's the thing. There is a without the Southern Black American accent, hip hop sounds kind of weird outside of it. It's kind of like country. If you were to do it like, say, I tried my best. I did a gay parody of that song. I tried my fucking...
Like within 6 hours, basically, he fucking did this.
Well, as soon as because I finally got... When you tagged me in that thing, this was finally... the signs were all... YouTube was like recommending me a clip of the former Cumtown, the Adam Friedland show. They're talking about it. Somebody else was talking about Anthony Fantano. I saw it. I was like, okay, the YouTube wants me to watch this. So I finally did. And then I finally see why people were mad. Like people on the left particularly that were, you were taking swipes at rich people, but then you're talking about fat welfare, 5'4", and people were putting racial undertones on it by saying, 5'4", what are they supposed to be, Mexican? And then
that's weird. That's bizarre.
They were kind of putting things like the Richmond, north of Richmond, like a separation of the Confederacy, and I was thinking, no, isn't that Washington D.C. or something?
Yeah, he's talking about politicians. Yeah,
he's talking about like D.C. and shit, right?
Which is so misguided because the song is like kind of written in a tone where it's like I know what's up and nobody else is. Like you're. This is exactly the kind of shit that they love going around.
But it's
it's
fucking.
This is stupid.
Yeah, it just. Yeah, I don't know.
I would have been totally fine with the song if the first verse it was just the entire song, like that whole other shit where he's trying to welfare this and that just became stupid. Where I'm like, what are you doing?
I promise you, some fat guy milking welfare is not the reason why your rent is going up exponentially. I promise you.
Sucking dick, drinking
I feel like
piss.
But you're right. You are right though that like you need that twang. Otherwise, it's not country. It's just sort of like I don't even know. It's just I guess
bluegrass.
Some acoustic.
No, that's still
song.
country. That's sub-country.
It's just acoustic. It's just kind of acoustic. It's just folk rock basically.
Yeah.
It's just fucking Mumford and Sons.
Mumford and Sons goes hard though. Mumford and Sons goes hard though.
I will never forgive you for saying that. But
bro, they have some of their songs, bro. That fucking those jingles, man. Those I don't want to call them instrumentals.
Go. All right, fine. Go hang out behind the Hobby Lobby and masturbate to fucking Little Lion Man. I know you always fucking love to do. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Guys.
It's not.
There is a. I never put this out because I was like, I don't know if this will hit, but there's a picture of Hitler with holding a banjo, right? Like he's doing the salute, but somebody put a banjo in his hand. So look as he's playing the banjo, and around that time, the Mumford song was popular, and it was like an "I will wait for you."
I like
whatever.
that song, man.
And so it immediately became I will gas the.
I remember that. I saw that.
The
I remember
who?
seeing that.
I will gas.
That shit goes hard. When what you call it, when the little solo go on, when the freaking solo for the banjo goes on, it's kind of good.
Look, man.
Sonically, it's good.
I wouldn't have had any problem with them if they stayed off of my radio station. That was just basically, System of a Down, fucking Nirvana, some newer shit. But then all of a sudden they started playing Mumford and Sons. They started playing that song with the sweater song. It's cold.
That's not Mumford and Sons. That's what you call
No, I'm just saying they started playing songs like that. I like that song. I actually like that song, that sweater song or whatever.
I forgot who. It's
the chick. She's some chick.
It's a band. I forgot their names though. I don't even know.
Whatever.
But I'm saying,
whatever.
They started playing those vibes. They even started playing. Rob Schneider's daughter has a band.
What the fuck?
And they started. Rob Schneider's daughter has a band.
The Neighborhood. There you go.
Oh, the Neighborhood. That's right. Yeah,
they're dope too.
But Rob Schneider's daughter. It started ending up. They started putting all of these indie style and folk and all this shit that I'm like, what? What?
That was 2012, man.
I was
2010, 2012. It was like a weird. It was like Dirty Paws and like Monsters and Men and that stuff. Like it was very weird,
time, man.
very weird.
I mean,
I
really
time.
like the Black Keys. So I was like, all right,
Black
fair
Keys
enough.
is great, yeah.
I thought it was fair enough. Dude, that fucking ugly ass drummer, he fucking cheated on Michelle Branch.
Oh yeah, that's
Can you
right.
imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that shit, bro? That guy is fucking hideous. That guy's a hideous piece of shit. Michelle Branch.
Let me Google Michelle Branch so I can see if I can justify it.
She's better than him, at least.
Dude, Michelle Branch is definitely.
No, yeah, that's insane. You're insane.
Dude.
That's insane.
Michelle Branch is definitely better than that. That guy looks like every fucking nerd. He got lucky. He's in a successful band. Oh, the Black Keys.
Oh wow, yeah, dude. This guy looks. Wow, this dude. I've never seen somebody look this disproportionate.
Bro, he looks like a character from a Dr. Seuss book. He looks like the guy that was following Sam I Am. Who was Sam I Am annoying the whole time?
I don't remember.
What's his name? Who was someone Google? Who was Sam I Am asking to eat your next man?
Yeah, no, dude, you can't be doing that, man. That's insane.
Who was Sam I Am?
What an idiot! Like,
you should cheat anyway. I was just kidding, but like, it's crazy, dude.
He looks like Guy I Am.
You see the picture of them together, right? The one where they're together, and you're like,
is it the one where he's like where he's outside of like a fight club or something?
He has his black jacket on. He's holding a drink, and she has a pink blazer on.
Dude, the one I'm looking at is like an ET Online article where it says Michelle Branch suspends divorce for Patrick Carney working on marriage, and it's a photo of him
Wow.
like in like a monochromatic Hawaiian kind of scratchy shirt outside of like some fight club at night, and he looks like a swollen Napoleon Dynamite. It's crazy.
Is Michelle Branch Asian?
Maybe partially.
maybe
She
slightly.
looks. She definitely looks Asian.
And
I can see-
you're
I
probably
can see-
right.
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
She
It's not
looks
really
like
important.
a white girl version of Michelle Yeoh, if that makes any sense.
She definitely looks like, yeah, she probably has one Asian parent. Like, if you look it up, I'm sure you're right.
Honestly, like I don't know, man. She wrote too many bangers for you to do that.
Dude,
You can't do that.
And she's
Nah,
also
like,
bro. I mean, she's not fucking she's not Margot Robbie or whatever the
Her
fuck. But
mother's
she's always been.
Indonesian.
Oh, so there you go.
yeah. There you go.
Perfect.
But
like, look at this fucking guy. Like, you don't. Like, what's with fucking ugly ass fucking people thinking that, like, oh, once they've snagged like somebody, they're like, oh, see, I can pull one of these. I can pull an 8 or whatever, this fucking dumbass scale, and then all of a sudden just thinks that like he can just fuck. I'm like,
It's usually not that simple, but it's like, just don't cheat on people, man. Just don't do that.
I mean,
Just don't
that
cheat. That's as simple as what
That's
it
not a
boils
good
down to.
No, but
it's
you're-
always
you're
more
right.
complicated than just like,
but
oh,
extra
like,
if you're a fucking hideous piece of shit.
you never know, man.
If you're lucky enough to get in a good relationship, probably or whatever, I don't know Michelle Branch at all. She might be fucking terrifying. She might.
that's
be
actually
fucking,
that's the thing too.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know. That's the thing. That's why
here's the
before
thing.
I said
Here's
it,
the
I was
thing.
like, we
Here's
need
the
to
thing.
know.
But
Here's
then
the
if
thing.
you're Patrick.
Here's the reality. It's never justifiable to do that, right?
Yeah.
So just don't do it. It's really
That's
simple,
true.
especially
I just
especially
wanted-
to Michelle Branch.
I just want to dunk on that dude because
You're everywhere. You're
It's a
everywhere.
fucking banger, man. That song's unironically, I love that song.
And you can't admit Mumford & Son has some slappers?
No, because
You
Mumford & Son.
can't
I just
admit
don't.
I Will Wait's a good song, bro. It's a
I
good
don't.
song.
No, it's look. Here's what I'm saying. I don't really care if it's a good song because I don't like it. That's what. That's all I'm saying.
That's
all. That's
crazy.
literally all I'm saying. I don't like Mumford & Sons. I don't like the way it sounds. I don't like that it was fucking everywhere for a long period of time. I don't like the soft sound of it. Like it's not interesting to me. You
I
know.
want to hear something else.
It's also not very catchy. So
I
like,
think that's the opposite of the truth. It is in fact extremely catchy. That's
Ew.
all it has, really. In fact, it's very catchy.
They
think
covered
it's
fucking
catchy
House of
at
the
all.
Rising Sun. Ugh.
yeah,
I don't want to hear
we gotta
that shit,
stop,
bro.
We gotta
That's
stop.
my favorite.
We gotta
fucking,
stop
I
with that
love
stuff.
that song. The
How did we
fucking-
get here? What were we
I
talking about?
listen
God,
to the words I say. Hey, the screams all sound the same.
Wait, that's not them. Is that them?
And that's I will. Yeah, isn't it? No,
No,
it's-
no, isn't that that
That's
band
Little
with the
Lion
girl?
Man.
Is that what? I thought that was the that band with the female fronted.
Lady Antebellum.
Listen, and the truth
I
will
can't
carry
believe.
this.
Listen,
Something body something
safe
sure.
to shore. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
don't even know
fucking,
this.
That's,
You know when I heard
that's
that
Monsters
song?
And, that's Monsters and Men.
You know what I
No, it's
fucking
not.
heard that song? I was watching. I got invited to a Ron Paul rally. My buddy was like, "Dude, we gotta go," and I was like, I'm down to see this scene because he was like a rock star at the time.
You're
And
such a fucking
some-
asshole, Kingston. I'm
whatever.
exactly right. It's Little Talks by fucking what is it? Monsters and Men.
Oh, really? I guess I was wrong.
Their name is Of Monsters and Men. Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
even. I heard that song before it was like on the radio because some guy made a compilation of that Ron Paul event. I was like, oh, I want to see this, and then that fucking song was playing. I was like, what the fuck is this song? It was so like skippy and happy, and then there's just a bunch of pissed off libertarians fucking in this like football stadium, listening to Ron Paul like talking about I don't know, killing bitches and states' rights and shit.
That song goes hard too.
Yeah,
I mean, I remember it being catchy as fuck. Like
It's
I
hard.
just remember.
Well, they're all dead now. So
You know what goes hard too? Radioactive, bro. That era of music, I couldn't stand it because it was so. I had this is what this era of music. That era of music was when I didn't have an eye appliance yet, right? I was 17. I didn't have my eye thing yet, right? So unfortunately, and also no. It was probably when I was like 18 or 19, and I was working at Dunkin' Donuts. And what happened is they play obviously at every store they play hit music only. And I learned to appreciate that. I learned to appreciate it. I was like, all right, cool. This is the kind of music my girlfriend listens to.
It was the opposite for me, man. It was the opposite for me.
Music my girlfriend listens to. I'm in an relationship. I got to deal with this. I'm going to hear this all the time. And I just dealt with it. And then I got my iPhone and I stopped listening to the radio. And for maybe 3 years, I did not know what music came out. Because I just listened to what like. Even now, I'm still really detached from music. Because like right now, I'm on like this Brazilian funk music like wave. Where like I listen to like a bunch of Brazilian music doing the same. That's every Brazilian song has that beat in it, and it goes bananas.
It's like reggaeton, how it's the same thing.
Reggaeton changes somewhat. Brazilian funk doesn't.
Really,
bro? It's fire though.
I'll take your word for it because every reggaeton song I've heard sounded exactly the same to me. But hey, to be fair, I think just Latin music in general, because like even norteño music. It sounds exactly the same. The bass line is always the same.
Latin music sounds like the kind of genre of music it is. Like banda sounds like banda. What you call it? Cumbia sounds like cumbia. Reggaeton sounds like reggaeton. Bachata sounds like bachata. Like they sound like their kind of music.
Yeah,
and that's fine. That's how you do a genre, right?
I've been listening.
Yeah.
I've definitely not been listening to Mumford & Sons lately.
Yeah. One recommend I want to give to the listeners is, if you haven't heard it, "Lost on You" by LP. Probably one of the only good songs that came out in that era of that indie kind of vibe. Some fucking, I don't know, lesbian chick just pouring her heart out. Great fucking song. Other than that, most of it's kind of mid. Sorry, guys, if you're like super into that shit. You're gay. I just got it straight up. Sorry. I'm sorry.
So while we're on the subject of music, should we mention the fact that, because I'm thinking about the staggered release of like how the podcast works and how like this will be live by the time certain things that we are working on will be like, should we mention that at all?
Mention what?
The thing that we worked on.
Music
wise, because it's probably gonna be live by the time this is out for everybody.
You're right. Yeah.
So Derek and I worked on a song together. You wrote the main part of it.
Yeah, so it was. I've been writing a bunch of songs behind the scenes, and it's just kind of gonna be like an inspired series where there's a lot of metal and rock musicians that just emulate bands. They'll say, I wrote a Lamb of God song, and then it sounds like Lamb of God, and it's like it could pass off as them. I'm doing something adjacent where it's just like inspired by them, so maybe you'll hear inspiration, but it's an original song, like a complete original, and not like, oh, you're ripping this band off. So the first one that I want to do, I invited Chris because I wanted to write like a song that was inspired by Turnstile. I love that fucking band. So it's just kind of like punk hardcore kind of a thing. It's kind of like just a fusion of that, and I gotta say, like, I really like how it came out. I actually thought Chris, I had him write the second verse, and he fucking nailed it. Like it sounds like it's his song. That's like the way that it sounds. I was like, this sounds like, it was almost to the point where I was gonna be like, maybe I should just have you write the first verse too. And then just because it would just I know I didn't want to bother you, that's why I didn't ask. It was just more of like, I was like, man, this sounds way better for your voice. I mean, your voice doesn't sound great.
I was pretty happy with how it turned out. I can't mix for shit, so it's always nice to hear other people fucking mix my own stuff. But that'll be out probably by the time free feeds hear this, but certainly. I don't know about Patreon. But
Patreon might be if everything goes right. Actually, the YouTube version will be out regardless. It will be out on Friday. I will put it out, so it will be out like as you're listening to this right now. Free feeds, Patreon people, and then free feeds. Everything will be out. It'll be streaming everywhere. I think Chris? This is your official return to making like music.
Yeah, I haven't done proper music in a while. This is probably the first time. I've been working on some stuff, but like I said, I can't mix. I'm focused on writing a bunch of stuff now, and then like once all that stuff is done, I'll like isolate the stems and send it off to somebody who can actually do that shit. But yeah, so that'll be out soon. And before we get into questions, I do want to bring up, and I think Kingston might have wanted to bring this up earlier, while we're about to transition into questions. Huge condolences for our friend young Crip, Donnie, who is no longer with us. Fucking idiot died. Great. Asshole.
Like for reals this time.
Yeah, actually.
Like actually, no joke. He actually passed.
Yeah, he
on.
actually died. I told him specifically that I was going to see him at some point. I didn't get the chance to, so I feel like he did it on purpose just to spite me.
Can you imagine?
Just complete dickhead. But
what if JonTron killed him? What if because I think he was the last one to see him, really. So I think JonTron killed him.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was one of the last people to work on something with him. But he has he's got a comedy special out that we'd like to plug to. I'll probably put it in the description for the video so you can go check it out. It was one of the last things he recorded, and he would appreciate us joking about it. I think he's one of those people who genuinely did not. He was like one of the few people that I've met that truly was like actually genuinely like super nice, but also did genuinely give no fucks about like anything that he was saying.
Yeah,
and it was pretty great. He's a pretty great guy. So rest in peace, boy.
Rest in peace, man. Press fucking F, dude.
Like, F in the chat.
Yeah,
yeah, man. May rest in peace,
Donnie.
man.
Yeah, and when I die,
yeah.
I'm gonna go up there.
We
and I'm
don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care.
Whoop his
I'm gonna
ass.
go up there. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him again. I hope he's still disabled.
When you die, we'll sleep. We'll sleep still.
You fucking cripple him in heaven. You make sure.
I hope he's still disabled in the afterlife. Personally,
that's so fucked. That's so funny. Imagine that. I'd be so mad. I'd be like, "What's the point, dude?
What the fuck, God? Well, you thought this shit was gonna be easy? You thought you were gonna have fun up here? He's just fucking. It's just the same, but everything's white.
A disabled person has got to stand straight up to become fixed in heaven. You got to stand straight up. You got to stand in a perfect posture, or else, hey, bro, have fun.
If you can't climb this gate, you ain't getting in.
You know what's really great? You know what's really funny about this specific thing is that like if it was literally anybody else, I would feel somewhat weird about joking about it. But
yeah,
we are all so certain. Like everyone is so beyond certain that he would want this. So like,
right. Yeah, there was
I
like
appreciate that. It's
one
a good amount
dickhead on my Instagram that was like being obtuse, and it just irked me because I'm like, do you not know who this is? Like I don't understand.
Yeah,
It's different between those people. Those people probably know him, but they don't know him. We know him. Like we're friends with him. That's why. So that's why. Like we know him. Like I know Donovan is like my boy, and like whenever we would talk, there would be nothing we wouldn't make fun of. Yeah. That's one of the few people that I can go as far as I want to with making jokes about terrible shit, and they can genuinely match me. I'm like,
100%.
Hey, when you see this video about this guy getting shot in the face in Tibet, and he's like, bro, I one up you. Here's a kid getting flung off a roller coaster, and I'm like, damn, bro, this is crazy.
He had all those videos downloaded onto his chair so he could airdrop them to whoever he wanted.
Dude, his old Discord was a wily place, bro.
I'm sure.
I know.
Oh, you were part of it? Yeah, you were, bro. It was, It was a wily place.
Footing that shit. I didn't want to. I don't want part of any Discords where I feel like there's gonna. FBI is for sure looking into this.
They would never. Did you see that picture? Somebody photoshopped. This is all very stupid, but like somebody photoshopped Donnie with Logan Paul's girlfriend.
No,
because you know that Dylan Dennis thing is like he's like posting photos of Logan's wife with like every fucking man in the world.
That's right.
Somebody photoshopped him. Somebody photoshopped her with Donovan, and it was like it's like bro, even Donnie, and it was just like oh man, it's good. Anyway, so we're gonna get into rest in peace, Donnie. We're gonna go into questions now, but first, a quick break. Have you ever come too much and you want to get rid of the cum because it's taking up too much space in your house? Visit Goodwill for Cum.
I'm imagining a guy with a 5-liter, like a gallon bottle. He's like, give me a sec. And he comes in the bottom of the gallon and he puts it on his desk. He has to seal it. It's like, bro, did you just cum a gallon? He's like, yeah, man, I can't help it. Every hour or so, I got to cum a gallon of cum.
Welcome to Cumwill, the only Goodwill for cum. If you've got an excess of cum, we'll take it. Drop it in our local cum boxes located outside of libraries and local soup kitchens.
He just holds his head. He's like, It's like, yo, that's too much
Can you imagine
bro.
Can you imagine
But
if donating? Can you imagine if donating sperm worked the same way as donating clothes, where there's like just like
You
a
just drop it
bucket,
off.
or like there's like a big like metal box outside of like a library that you just had to
You
jerk off
come
into.
it.
No. You gotta bring a sealed canister of cum.
No,
So
it's
some
just
guy
a
comes
pool.
by with a
No, it's just a
5-gallon
pool.
bottle, takes it off his car, puts it
Look,
in
man,
there.
people don't have time for that shit. You just gotta walk
People don't have
up.
time for that. It's just a tank. It's just a tank that people come into, and then like some truck comes and empties it.
That is such a.
It's all
fucking
mixed
trick.
in. It's all mixed in. It's all fucking. They're all these different DNAs are fighting.
Some of them are bloody. There's some bloody
Yeah, so-
batches.
Yeah, some of them are orange. Some of them are like have a green tint.
Here's the thing, though.
So-
They're not.
Yeah.
The cum isn't resold like Goodwill. Everyone's kind of wondering what's going on with the cum, and one person's just nosy enough to go into the back and see what's going on, and it's just one guy just fucking just chugging it. He's just chugging cum.
And not a bit is missing his mouth. He's getting all of it. There's not a single bit. He just poured it down his gullet. And you're like, what the fuck? That's so much.
What would you, if you saw that? Would you say anything?
I
or
would
you just
scream like a little girl if I saw that. I would high pitch scream and run away.
I love the idea of him.
Just
I love
like-
the idea of him. I love the idea of him chugging and then just like smacking it.
like fucking drinking
So much-
soda.
There is no cum going anywhere but down his gullet.
Like
He
he's got
is
it down.
absorbing that cum.
Been practicing. It's a
And
fucking
he looks
drum.
so good, by the way. He looks
His
so
skin
fucking
is
good.
beautiful.
Like his skin
is beautiful. His
he-
body's nice
he-
and taut.
He looks like an AI, like he looks like an airbrushed photo in like a 1999 magazine, like a Sports
see him-
Illustrated. It's fucking insane.
As he's gulping, you see him getting better, like improving.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
this
He
is-
starts off. He starts off looking like the fucking guy in Castaway at the when he's on the raft, and then he like by the time at the end of the month, dude, he looks like Timothy Chalamet. Like it's
No,
insane.
but this
He's just
it's a
perfect.
beautiful visage. It's a beautiful visage. And you're like, does cum do that? And he's like, only for me. Only for me.
Only for me.
Only for-
I've learned the ancient arts of harnessing the restorative properties of calm.
Of cum.
Calm. That's how he says it.
Cum.
Then he spits a little bit and it goes ding right on the
His
metal
spit,
can.
his spit is so viscous, it's insane.
Now go forth and fetch me more cum.
As he
Go
grabs
for
you,
cum.
as he grabs you, and his hands are so soft but stern at the same time. You're like, what are you?
They're the softest. They're the softest hands you've
Diamond
ever felt.
pillows.
Yes, like diamond pillow. You're like, what is this guy?
That's awesome.
He lifts you
I
up
love
with
that.
one hand, and a very little effort. Fetch me more cum. Puts
Fetch
you
me
down.
the cum. All right, let's
Puts
move
you
on
down.
to some questions. All right.
Yeah.
We got some good ones here from our audience over at patreon.com/SnarkTank. Remember, there are tiers where you can donate and you can ask your questions. There's actually so many questions now that we're thinking of doing just like certain extra ammo episodes dedicated entirely to questions, because it's like it's a lot, man, which is awesome. By the way,
Yeah.
we
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. It keeps the show going, but also there's a lot of you, so we want to make sure we get all of you, especially for this month. I don't know, this month is fucking loaded. Did we do something this month that got like I don't know, like
Maybe
it's
we,
a very bizarre influx.
We had a good episode back, which I forgot which one it was. The Pee Wee Herman thing. People were really a lot of high praise with that one, man. And we were just on fire, I guess.
Want to
I
see
think
my
it was-
binder?
I think
You guys
want to
see my binder?
Material.
Want to see my binder?
No, I don't. It's fucking Digimon. I don't want to see that shit.
All right, Kingston's gonna show us his fucking Digimon binder. He has this. He spent money on this, so he's gonna show it to us.
The N words.
This is my first page.
Suck my dong.
All right, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
This page is really cool.
Man, look at all those cool Digimon.
there are cards for the guys. There are cards for the people.
Change
tamers.
to the
This is my
digital
other page.
N words.
This page
to
is really good. This page.
Don't
I
you-
think
wait,
every
don't
card
you-
here is worth-
But don't you play with those?
No, not these. These are ones I'm willing to trade.
I'll kiss your mom. Digital monsters.
This is the best deck in the meta right now. These two cards together are worth about $300.
That's cool. Yeah.
300. You're making me angry.
Yeah, man. I didn't pay that for them. I got them for free. But still, they're worth a lot.
Why do you always get shit for free? Would you bully? You
I don't
bullied
bully
some
anybody.
fucking kid. You went to a local comic shop and then you implied to the kid, it'd be really cool if you gave those to me.
No,
It'd
dude.
really
You know what I do? I put good energy out there and I receive things.
No, he goes up to comic. He goes up to these like Dragon's Den types of locations and he goes like, "Man, I sure am the only black person here. Would be a shame if I said something happened here." And you guys got a lot of heat.
No,
so what cards you got?
I put good energy into the world and I receive good energy.
You guys can say all you want. You threatened to Jussie Smollett every single Dragon's Den that you ever go to. I'm gonna say that.
You guys can choose to say whatever you want, but I understand that I put good energy into the world and good things happen.
If you don't give me that fucking Exodia, I'm going to tell the world you tried to lynch me outside in Chicago.
I put good energy into the world, guys. One day when you guys aren't such figure nuggets, you guys will get great things. But until then, I guess not.
I already have great things, okay?
Yeah, but guess what?
I got my foreskin removed.
That's not really a great thing, exactly.
Yeah, I miss mine.
I don't mind it.
Did you know yours before it was gone?
Yeah, man. I've been self-aware since the womb.
That's unfortunate. I can tell.
That's so scary.
That's what I can tell. Actually, in fact, now that I think about you as a person, I can tell you've been self-aware that long.
What?
It's like,
the fuck,
damn.
Mom? All right, let's go.
All right,
Being self-aware
let's
in the
go.
room is probably the worst thing ever.
Why'd you cut my dick off, Mom?
I would come out the womb racist.
It would have been too OP, son. We had to nerf you.
We had to stop you somehow.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
All right,
I miss
let's
that shit. All right, let's go.
All right, let's go. Sween can choose what? Oh, okay, Sween can choose what I make Chris say next. That's a weird sentence for some reason. He wrote in. He says, "Hello, guacamole." N-word penises. I don't know what the fuck that even means. Yeah. But
I don't know that
choose
one.
between two. You need to choose between two terrible superpowers. Become 1% stronger every time you say the hard R around black people who don't know you. That's an important part of this.
Oh, easy.
Or yeah, well, it's easy for them. It's really dumb. It's a really dumb question.
Or
Or
that's an
1%
amazing
stronger.
question.
Or 1% stronger every time you slap a random baby full wind up.
Man. Well,
You get a job at a nursery. You get a job at a nursery, and then you're just setting fire to them, bro. And they get in a room. By the time they get in a room, it's like, it's too late. I'm too strong now. And then you just you fuck them all out of security.
So the argument here is amazing because it draws an equivalence between saying a slur and killing a baby.
yes.
You won't kill it. If you
fuck out of
full
it.
wind up, you won't
If
kill
you
it.
slap a baby full wind up, you will absolutely kill it. Are you kidding? There's
a big possibility.
an
that you're
adult
gonna kill
woman
it.
could slap a baby to death full wind up.
I like it. I mean, you've
Okay.
seen the power slap shit. Imagine if they slap babies instead of each other. The ref holds the baby up. The ref holds the baby up, and they're like doing the.
You just watch those babies explode. Bro, I would laugh. I would laugh till I died. I would laugh myself to death, I think.
Oh man!
I think I would laugh myself to an early grave because that would be so funny. It'd be ridiculous.
It's too absurd to have even happened. So you're just looking at it.
They
You're
just bring the baby in
unreal.
shackled. The baby's like, let me go.
The baby's in shackles. He's got like a fucking ball and chain tied to him.
It's like,
ridiculous.
let me
Like the
go.
baby could
Let me
escape.
go. Free me. And it's like, no,
The
baby,
baby-
sorry. And you
baby would
just
have escaped.
slap the fuck out of it. And you keep hitting
The
and, and
baby
it sounds
would have
like
escaped without these shackles.
We had to
love
shackle
that.
this baby.
We had to shackle it. He was too wily. He clearly would have gotten away.
Why'd you shackle the baby? He would have gotten
So
out.
I mean, look, man, I'm going with the I'm not gonna kill a baby. Like it's
You're
just
not killing
not even,
it.
You kill it.
You don't kill it. You're being a herd.
Potentially.
I don't think you know what full
Potentially.
windup is. I don't think you know what
I
full windup
do.
means.
I do, but you don't have to kill
Kingston,
it.
do you think that you could slap a baby full windup and not kill it? Do you think that's even possible?
Yes.
I heard
I don't
the
know.
breath of doubt before you said that.
Yeah,
That
I
would
could.
kill a baby, dude. Some babies die by accident just existing. SIDS is a thing. Like that's a thing that happens. Infants just die because they think too hard, or they think about like green, coconut, glass at the same time, and then they short circuit and die. Okay,
Nah, dude, you gotta ease your power. But I definitely hit a baby full because
Yeah. Okay.
Look, I'm saying the slurs, man. I'm saying the slurs. It's not a big deal. By the time, you know what? First of all, I got no malice in my heart. I'll say it. I don't give a shit. And by the way, I could just say it like a million times to the same people. And if they get like really angry at me, I'll be too strong for them to do anything about it.
that's true.
So like that's
You gotta-
kind of
wait,
like,
wait. Does it count if you say it around multiple different people? Like if you go on your earshot of like 100 black people and you say it once, does that accumulate? Does it stack?
I'm assuming it stacks. Yeah, I assume it stacks. Yeah. So I could just make a video where I say it, and that would be incredibly
No.
strong.
Videos don't count. Videos. You have to be within a danger zone. You gotta be in a danger zone.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. Here's
I would
my
do that
my
shit in a
line is
heartbeat, bro.
My
I'd
line
do
is
shit in a
well.
heartbeat.
Of course you would. Of course you would. You don't have.
I would
it
do
in your
either in a
roots.
heartbeat because it'd be funny the idea of them trying
Can
to
we
stop me
do
from hurting
both?
those babies.
Can
but
we
I'm already
call the
too
babies
strong.
the N-word? We call the babies the N-word and slap them.
Small black babies. Can you call me and slap them and get double buff?
Yeah,
All right.
I think so.
We're moving on.
It definitely
We're moving on.
stacks, dude.
Next question. We got a lot of questions to get to.
They come
Yeah.
in.
A
Stop hitting
crab-
those babies. Too late. Too late. I already hit 10 babies. I'm 10.
Here's another one that I think is insane. Here's another one that I think is absolutely insane. A crab named Heller wrote in. He says, "What's up, cringe gay cum Derek Jeter and Tom? They're underneath the floorboard Selleck. My question is a stupid one, but simple. Would you rather have to deal with a kidney stone once a month or stub your pinky toe really hard every 2 weeks? First of all,
Stubbing my
I'm
toe.
stubbing my toe. I'm stubbing my toe. I don't think you guys have a concept, and I don't either, by the way. Like, I've never had a kidney stone, but I've stubbed my toe. I can deal with that. That sucks, but I'll deal with it. Okay?
My
Once every
suegro
2
had a
weeks?
kidney stone recently, and it was really sad seeing him in that much pain.
Who?
My suegro. It was
Why are you
really
saying
bad.
it like that?
It was-
What do
that's how
you? What is that?
like Lily's dad. Lily's dad had like a kidney stone, and like I saw it, like the condition he was in was really sad. It was really sad seeing a grown man in that much
Yeah,
pain.
he's just like, oh,
Dude, you can't. You're passing a fucking diamond through your fucking pee hole, man. Like that's crazy.
It's funny, but it's also really sad. It's like,
he's
oh
just like,
man,
oh, that hurts a little bit. Oh,
Ooh, ah.
mild discomfort. Mild. That's mild.
and you're crying. You're crying watching him.
Yeah, the only thing that's stubbing the only thing that's stubbing my pinky toe
Kingston,
does
it's
is just,
okay.
it makes me angry. It just makes me upset. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
that
I'm
shit
just
hurts,
angry
man.
that like, God damn it, I stubbed my fucking pinky toe. That
Oh, yeah,
pisses
when
me
you-
off
when
that
you hit it hard.
that I'm that ill coordinated.
That shit hurts, bro.
No, you're right though. Like it hurts like a bitch, but I'm way more angry than I'm hurt. I'm upset that I'm like, you fucking. It makes me want to just grab scissors and cut it off, but then I know it'd be awkward to run, you know. So you don't want to cut off your pinky toe. All of a sudden you're like, oh, my maneuvering is a little thrown off. Oops.
Yeah,
You're
you
like,
run
fuck,
like a
and you
fucking.
just cut your dick off. You immediately, shit,
Yeah.
and you chop your penis off, and it's like, bro, what'd you do?
If you cut your pinky off, you basically like you have to walk for the rest of your life like you're italicized. It's crazy.
I thought you were gonna say like you're Italian.
Italian.
Let's hope not.
Can you sincerely imagine passing a kidney stone every month?
Fuck no. Just the
Your
thought of
urethra
what,
will be flimsy eventually.
bro. I
Dude,
can't
your urethra,
imagine
the
what
pee
that
would
shit feels
fall
like,
out of
bro.
you.
Like it's jagged too. It's all fucked up. It's large. Like, bro, imagine how the fucked up that feels when you get like a grain of sand in your eye and it feels like there's a fucking boulder in there.
Yeah.
Like
Worst feeling
it's-
ever.
So I
dude.
can't imagine like say what passing
No,
like
yeah.
it Did you remember back in the day? I know I say remember as we didn't have to go with it, but back in the day, some people had to get their fucking pee hole swabbed for STIs or whatever, or STDs back then.
Yeah.
That's so
Like
fucking
imagine
ridiculous.
that shit, bro. Like
Oh fuck no! See,
Exactly.
all of this is bad. Like nothing should be nothing solid should be in that area at all, man. I'm stubbing my toe. Easy.
yeah, 100.
That's so fucking
alright.
horrible.
You got to put a toe in your urethra.
We're all.
You gotta put. Someone's gotta put their big toe in your
That's
urethra.
disgusting. That's fucking.
You gotta let me do it. You gotta let me do
You
it.
gotta let me do it. The audience told me to.
You want to know how I got these scars?
And he's
Fucking
showing you his
toes.
penis. He's showing you his fucking penis. It looks like a fucking jacket arm. It looks all flimsy. It looks like an elephant's trunk. Yeah, no, I got my.
A guy put razor blades in his penis when I was sucking it.
That is fucking. All right, let's.
That's the Joker. That's the
That
joke.
is next up.
That's the joke.
Fucking scary.
That's
Move
the joke.
on,
That's the joke at the end of Joaquin Phoenix's movie. You wouldn't get it. That's what he says. That's the joke. You wouldn't get it.
What's the next question?
That's good.
I don't know how I got these scars.
A mean lesbian goth edition wrote it. He says, "What's up, figments of my imagination? I have a question aimed at Sween. What's the best way to get into D&D? I know I'd probably really love and enjoy it, but I'm not sure where to start and how to get into it." This is a gay question, so it's for you.
Yeah, he's talking about dick and dick, so I get it.
Well, obviously there's Critical Role. It's best place I'd probably say for beginners. Critical Role is very good. Most game stores have Dungeons and Dragons nights. You know, you can go there, play a little D&D with random people. Also, just
That's the worst way to get into it.
I mean, it's unique. Just picking up some of the books, man. The Player's Handbook, Monster's Manual, and Dungeon Master's Guide, man. They're expensive, but they exist. There exists PDFs out there that you can probably download. Watch a video or two. It's really I don't know. Just look
It's a broad
into
question,
it,
yeah.
Bro.
Just look
Bro.
into it.
I'm assuming this guy's got to have, this person's got to have probably
Well,
one
this,
friend
this
that's
is a,
into
this is a mean
Look into
lesbian.
This
Who's
a
asking
mean-
this question?
It's a mean lesbian.
Just look
name.
into it, man. It's really simple.
Okay.
Like, you have an
So
interest
you-
in something, just look into it.
Mean lesbian. You probably have one other mean lesbian friend that plays. My advice, because it's the only way that I really played, because it was other people, like my friend, he's been working a comic shop for fucking like half his life. So they were always running campaigns. I mean, they pretty much do Warhammer there mostly, but point being that through him, there was a lot of campaigns that I participated in. That it's the easiest way to not feel intimidated, because, it is a lot if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know anything about the classes. You don't know anything about any of that shit. I mean, if you played an RPG, I feel like if you played any type of RPG, you won't be lost. I feel like that's kind of like knowing the concept of, all right, here's fucking hit points, here's this, here's that, and then like everything else is kind of like, all right, I just need somebody to hold my hand a little bit.
Yeah. Also, best thing, don't be embarrassed, That's it. You're not going to know what you're doing the first time, that's fine. It's fine not knowing what you're doing. Not
I would
everybody's
take
a
it
pro
a
at
step
everything.
further and ruin everything. I would just do the dumbest shit and be like a pariah. Like everybody
Yeah.
trying to play seriously, and like say, I think one of my last characters, I was a dragonborn monk or something named Bill Cosby, and I had stealth abilities and sleep potions and shit, and like it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
I've only ever played once, so I have no. And even that
Just-
wasn't like a
just-
real proper.
Madness. Just have fun. Try to have fun. Don't take it too seriously. Look into it, and that's it. People like for me it's weird. So like, how do you get into this thing? It's like, I don't know, just like Google it and like start looking into it, and then you get into it if you like it. Like
Yeah,
I know
what you mean. Yeah,
I like people. I know people. Some
Like
people
porn?
don't think like that, but it's like that's how I.
you know what
dodge
it
everything
is?
I like.
it's just maybe there's like because I get people asking me that about Destiny a lot, and it's like I honestly don't know the answer to that. Like I think if you're trying to get into Destiny now, I think I really just think you missed it. Like I don't know if there's really any room for you at this
You're not
point.
gonna have
Like,
the same experience as everybody else.
for
before.
you.
like it would be like today if somebody was like, "How do I get into World of Warcraft?" It's like, you are
Yeah,
late,
especially
my
like
friend.
those type of games for sure. I mean,
Yeah, you're
it's
late.
not like something.
you're- You're missing a lot of context. You're going to be jumping into the same. You might have fun, maybe, but like I mean, like you're going to be so out of touch with everything that's happening, and you're going to have to watch so much shit. And I feel like Dungeons and Dragons might be like a similar thing where it's like, oh, which edition, and like are how do I
for
like
sure.
how do I
That-
find
that's
places?
still so simple. It's like just look into it. You're gonna play 5th edition. Look at how
it's a
look at 5th edition.
lot
That's
to
it.
look into, brother.
It's really not.
It's not because you know it.
It's really not, but it's intimidating to start looking into anything that has existing like features, like
Bro,
what.
there's
like, what,
so much fucking lore and so much shit that goes into
just
the,
look
the
at you don't
universe.
no you don't need lore for D&D. Lore is an absolute. That's not true at all.
I guess to play a campaign,
You can
no.
just play the game. This is playing the game. Like, hey, what is the setting of this world? We're just gonna be in this world. You guys are going to do X. That's it.
Yeah.
And then the world fills in as you explore through it. But it's not just like it's like how do you look in how do you get started reading Spider-Man? Just look into Spider-Man. That's it. You're like, hey, this is several different.
No. I disagree. I think there's like a good way to answer that question because you could because there are certain runs that are like not super necessary. There's certain
That's
runs that
true.
are really fucking
That is-
bad, and there are certain runs that are really fucking
true.
good.
Yes, and what you do is you look that up, and then you go from there.
No, but that's the point of the question. Is like you
They'll
know a
recommend.
lot.
They want to recommend.
They
from
want a
you.
recommendation. Yeah,
I would suggest best place to do is somehow acquire the Player's Handbook, Dungeon Master's Guide, and Monster Manual. Look through the Player's Handbook, give yourself a feel about what classes you'd like to play. I would suggest playing all of them because it's very it's all of them bring different things to the table, but lots of them have like through lines where they kind of intersect with each other. And then watch a little bit of Critical Role, and then just Google other simple small things you don't understand.
Yeah,
That's it.
I would
Also,
say
there's
Critical
plenty of
Role is
Discords. Plenty of Discords
yeah,
you
I
can
would
get into.
yeah. There's a lot of Discords that do it. I would say Critical Role is a pretty good way to just and like I say that to Destiny people too, where it's like, how do I? Oh man, I'm really interested in Destiny. I don't know where to start. I'd be like, I always tell people it's like, there's a guy named My Name is Bife. There's a guy named My Name is Bife. He's got a lot of lore videos. I'll point you to one that I think is a good jumping on point, and if it's interesting to you, then I would say go play the game. But if it's not, then don't even bother, because like that's kind of like a big deal as far as like that's a lot of the value that I get out of that game is lore stuff, and I've had people come to me too. It's like, oh, how do I? There's so many Halo games. Like, where should I start? It's like the collection. Start with. I tell people to start with 2. Personally, because I think it's like the easiest jumping off point. Like you can go backwards from 2 and it's fine. You can go forward from 2 and it's fine. It's not that different, you know. They're asking us for a reason. It's because we know a lot about these very specific
I would definitely
things.
start at 1, but yeah, I would
wouldn't
send
start with
2.
1.
You can start with.
Well, I would start with 2 specifically because 2's got the best story, and so it's likely to grab you the most. And because it's likely to grab you the most, it's likely to drive your willingness to go through the first one, which is comparatively less interesting, but still fleshes out 2. You know what I mean? That's how I experienced it. I played 2 first, and then I went back to 1, and then I went to 3 and chronologically. But 1 is I don't know, man. If I had to play 1 first story wise, I don't know if I would have been that interested in the story because it's very standard in the first game. Anyway,
Fair enough.
thank you, Mean Lesbian Goth Edition, for your D&D inquiry. Let's move on. Dirk C wrote in. He says, "Hey guys, longtime fan. I was wondering what's a game that you still hold on. What game can you still go back and play, but you could never recommend to anyone? For example, as much as I love the N64 Smash Brothers, it's probably the worst one. Yeah, it is. It's definitely the worst. Well, yeah, no, it's worse than Brawl. It's worse than Brawl. Brawl's not great, but it's still, it's not fucking Smash 64. That's crazy. But
I don't know, man.
what do you mean
There's
you
like
don't know?
KOTOR. There's like KOTOR, where it's like
KOTOR is
That's
a
a
good one.
That's a
KOTOR is
good
probably
one.
the best one, actually.
like KOTOR is that game's a masterpiece, but also at the same time, I'm just like, nah, man, don't. I'm like, it's like don't, but like this is an amazing video game, but like don't play it. But this is an amazing video game.
Yeah, I feel, man.
Almost
feel
Dragon
that
Age
way-
Origin too, honestly.
I kind of feel that way about Destiny, to be honest. Like, I feel like Destiny's a game, like I can't recommend that game to anybody
Oh, that's
because like
interesting.
it's for the same reasons that I was talking about before. It's just like it's too fucking late. It's too late. You know, jump on their next thing maybe. But I don't know, man. Like those early Ninja Gaidens for like the fucking NES are like really awesome, but they're so fucking hard that I don't imagine that anybody now would have the patience to do that. Like I did when I was a child and I didn't understand that like time was finite. I don't know, man. There's a lot. KOTOR is probably the best one though, because KOTOR is something like I'm really, really good at looking past the datedness of certain things because I'm very good at like contextualizing like, oh, this game came out in 1999. I'm not going to expect it to play like fucking, you know, Gears of War 2. You know, like it's a very specific game that's fine. And so
Right.
KOTOR, I remember getting into it recently, like in the last like 4 years I got into KOTOR. I never really played it before. And I was like, oh, this is really good. Like this is really cool. But it took a lot of like overlooking certain aspects of it and the controls and the way the combat works. That is a fucking ugly game that controls ugly, that feels ugly to play, that is also fantastic. But there's no way a modern person's gonna like. There's no way like a 7-year-old is gonna play KOTOR. Like no way in hell.
No fucking way. Yeah.
It's impossible to imagine.
Look, great video game though, but just, you know, it's a great game.
It's great. Yeah, it's just fucking incredibly dated. I wonder if they're still doing that fucking remake because wasn't that like.
I don't know,
it
man.
got-
It made me really sad because I got super excited for it, and they just
I don't know
like,
what's happening with that either.
we're not doing it anymore because shit went crazy.
I keep hearing like conflicting reports behind the fucking scenes about that game. Like either it exists or like it's still happening or it's gotten canned or it's switched developers or like I don't know. They're fucking that shit up.
Yeah, that's stupid.
All right, let me see. Mr. Hot Salsa wrote in. He says, "Hello, gentlemen. This isn't a question, but more of a realization. With the current body count discourse that is prevailing across Twitter, I haven't seen this discourse,
yeah.
by the way. Is that happening?
Yeah, I mean it's more of it's beyond Twitter. It's Twitter and like Zoomer shit.
Oh yeah.
Talking about body
Is it like
counts
incel
and
stuff where it's like where they're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. So he asks, or he says, I guess because it's not a question, it's prevailing discourse across Twitter. It finally hit me what Chris Chan meant by boyfriend-free girl, a chick with no body count. That is true. That is exactly that. Chris Chan seeking a boyfriend-free girl was in fact him looking for a girl with no body count. So if you want to have something in common with Chris Chan, you know, by all fucking means, if you want to hunt down a virgin, you know, you're in good company. You're in with the guy who fucked his mom. Not exactly probably the least boyfriend-free girl that you could possibly get with. But you know,
in good company.
You're in good company. It's Chris Chan, man.
You're in good hands. That's all Gabe stands.
All Gabe stands. Do you have nice ass? I don't know, man.
Do you have
Hot
nice
salt-
ass?
He talks like a fucking Neanderthal. Do you have nice ass?
Nice ass.
Oh my god, that is fucking. Is that so the body count thing is bizarre? Like because
So
like
fucking stupid.
I don't understand the. I don't understand the fetishization of inexperience. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
I
like,
know
as a person.
it does to me because of just knowing these people, the people that they're learning from. They don't realize that they're getting prompts and advice from perverts, like religious, conservative people who want to marry children, who fucking legislate laws to fucking like literally like Tennessee, fucking southern states getting rid of fucking no limit of who you can marry, like real fucking life shit. These people always trying to fucking you see it all over. It's all over if you look for it. And you know, I watch some podcasts, listen to podcasts, they find this shit and I'm just horrified. But
Yeah,
long
was it
story
for-
short,
Wasn't fucking Nick Fuentes talking about like how he wants like a 16-year-old fucking girl or something?
Like it's that
Jesus
shit.
fucking
It's
Christ.
literally these
That's
like
so fucking gross.
he became a Catholic or whatever, however many years ago, and then now he's following in their footsteps of like wanting a very young girl, and it's just the same tropes. And so when these people talk about no body counts, it's literally the closest thing to like a prepubescent fucking girl that has like nothing, that's never touched anyone. It's fucking gross, dude.
Because they wouldn't say like they wouldn't be like, oh, you're 29 or 31 and you've never had sex before. They wouldn't be like, oh, that's great. You know, they'd be like,
Yeah.
She's too old. What are you talking about?
No, she's like past 25. That's the whole thing too. That's
she
the whole
hit the
thing.
wall.
Past 25, it's you're done. That's already too old. Like it's fucking crazy. Now, to
This
be fair, a lot of
conversation
these
is
kids,
insane to me.
they don't know. A lot of these kids that are saying this shit, they're not self-aware yet. Like why they want this. A lot of them
Right.
are just like, oh, I don't want a body count because she's pure. But I'm like, they haven't examined why. Why would you want that? They just kind of just think it because it's been indoctrinated into them. It's been shoved in their brains.
If I can be real, like I don't want to date a girl that exactly like does like gangbangs every Tuesday. You know, like that's a bit extreme. It's a bit extreme.
That is inherently extreme.
But what if she did gangbang? She does not do that shit anymore. How do you feel about that? Like that's in the past. That's in the past.
Definitely, I would feel a little strange about it if I'm being very honest. Like if like my girlfriend was like yeah, like imagine like one day you're talking to her, right, and like you're just talking, you know, having a conversation, riffing about a conversation. It's like, yeah, dude, like I had like there's one time I had sex with like 7 guys at once. It's like, what?
Okay,
like
hold
that's
on.
a lot. Like
Pause,
you know, like
hold on.
real conversation.
No,
you know?
that's not what we're talking about.
That's scenario, but like or like no.
You know already. You discussed this beforehand.
So I know already.
Yes,
I probably wouldn't date a girl that's slept with like that's regularly in the past had multiple sexual partners. I think I wouldn't feel confident in myself, and that's a me thing. I'll be real about it. That's me feeling like
what is the issue with that? Like, why wouldn't you?
That's
feel
just
confident?
me. That's me. That's just
no,
me.
but why wouldn't you feel confident?
I feel like there's a miscommunication here because like you're talking about gangbangs, and then we're just talking about just like generally like having been with multiple people.
No. I understand. I understand that.
Either
but
way,
they're intertwined to a degree.
Either way,
They're not
let's just say.
intertwined.
Well, it's just having a body count. You've been with multiple men.
Because having a sex
life
life is having a sex life. Like that's fine, whatever. Like I wouldn't. I've had sex with guys before. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I think probably my brain will make me stop there. I'm like, I'm gonna stop here because I feel like I'm gonna find out something that's gonna probably make me less attracted to you. So we're just gonna say you had sex before. Let's not continue because most partners don't want to hear about their partner's previous sex lives in general.
That is true, but
That's
it's also
just, like, sort of how it goes.
But it's also like I don't know, like I don't know. Gangbangs are so different. Like that's like such a different stratosphere of what we're talking about.
Not really, dude. That's just people that are having sex, man.
No. But what I mean is like I have a body. I hate the term body count, but like I have a body count of over 10. I consider myself a stratosphere away from fucking gangbangs. Like
yes.
I like that's like
yes.
alien territory to me. I'm like that's okay. That's a very different scenario.
That's true.
You know,
but a lot of people that have like very like explorative sexual lives, they do stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, but also like say
not to the degree I've said, not to like 7 people, upwards of like 5 and up, but people do have like group sex. That happens. You know, people do that.
But why is I just personally I just don't care. I don't care about what you did in your past. I really don't. Like that's why me like say
unless
if a girl
if
a girl said something crazy, like if her numbers were astronomical, it would be more of just shock and like how is that even? How did you do that? Were you in porn? More like if the numbers were like staggering, where she's like her quote unquote body count was like
500 or something.
Yeah, something crazy. But like how the
people
fuck
that
did you
say
even
that
do
I just
that?
don't believe them. I don't believe like.
Well, that's my whole thing. Where
even porn stars, I'm like, bro, you did not have sex with no 1,000 people. Like, dude, you understand? That's a lot, dude. That's a lot. Like, I think you might have had sex with that many people, but I don't. You did not. You did not. You're just
unless
not remembering.
There was like
anymore.
a goal, like they were trying.
Like you were like watching like was the one time where Sneeko and what's his name That guy Fresh and Fit, the one that looks like Aladdin, sort of, but dumb. Whatever those that nigga's name
I don't know their
is.
names, dude.
I don't
Those
know,
Fresh and Fit niggas.
They're fresh and fit. That's
He was
all I know.
going through a list. He has a list of everyone he slept with. He has like a fucking it written down with the scariest shit. That's
What is
automatically
scary about that is that was like acceptable in high school. Because you were a dumbass kid, and you're like, yeah, look at I fucked her.
But the thing is
and
that
then beyond
he
that,
said
it's cringe.
200. I'm like, you did not. I don't think you fucked 200 people, bud.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
I
don't
think
believe-
you think you did. I think you think you did.
Yeah, you know what? I don't even think he thinks he did. One thing that I've learned about people who exaggerate numbers is that most of
stretch
the time
certain
they're bullshitting. Because one thing that I've learned about people who have large quote unquote body counts or even large ass penises or anything, they're usually kind of embarrassed. It's usually kind of like a weird kind of like there's a humbleness to it. Like I don't want to talk about it. Same deal. Like thinking like about all the women I've dated or anything like it's not like there's no pride in that.
Right, exactly.
It's just maybe to a fucking 13, 14-year-old like that's so cool. Other than that, it's just like well that that happened.
That's awesome.
Like other than that, who gives a fuck? Same thing with having like a large penis when you think about it.
Dude, there's
Like,
also people
who could you
there's
really
also-
impress with that? Really?
Dude, I had a conversation with some guy once where he was like, where he was.
I thought he
where
was frozen. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was saying I had this conversation with this guy once who was like, he was talking about like what his number was at or something, and I was like, what the fuck is this? That's are you serious? Because it sounded so high, and I was like, that's full on like actual like this is like you've slept with these people, or it's like well some of them I know I could have, but I didn't, but I count them anyway. It's like well that
What?
first of all why are you even why are you even counting at that? Like what is the purpose? Like on a sheer data from just a numbers perspective, like I get like being like okay it helps to know I guess like your life, it helps to know your experience and it helps to know the math of it, but like what the fuck, like what is the point of that's so stupid. Like oh I could have but like I didn't, but like it still counts because I could have.
That's some
Like
crazy
you're fucking out of your
egocentric
mind.
shit.
Why
That is-
even it is crazy. I was like this is I remember being like this is a concerning thing for you to be saying to me.
He burn another notch into my belt, Okay, I could have fucking
crazy.
that girl. I could have had her at
So
the party.
crazy.
I saw that girl on the bus.
It's like-
She was looking at me. I could have another notch.
I could have done it, I swear.
It's just I
All
don't know.
right, I believe you, but like also like it's just weird that you'd be
Gonna
counting
fuck
this.
your
Like,
sister, funny. It's another notch in my belt.
Roger, no. I got a body count of 10,000, funny.
You want to be next?
I paralyzed your mom, funny.
Just in general, the conversation when it comes to bodies is always
like in
gross.
5th grade.
Yeah, it's weird. It always comes across. It's always people like bragging in weird ways,
it
or
always
like
ends- it
shaming
always
people in
ends
weird
up
ways.
gross.
I don't really get it.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. I have a limit, but it's kind of like the opposite, where it's like I have a specific thing where it's like I cannot be the first person. I can't do that. I can't do it.
It's
That's insane.
definitely a lot of
the amount
that would be a
of
lot
pressure. The amount of pressure of
It's
that.
not a lot of pressure. It's whatever.
It
dude.
absolutely
Yeah,
could.
that's-
be.
It's just
pressure, man.
fucking, bro. It's just like it's
It
just
depends
you
on
don't
who
get
it
it.
is.
But it's people. Some people place so much importance on that, and then like they
Right.
remember. They're for like I
no,
personally, like, I
and
barely,
then they
like,
grow
I
up
don't
and
give
they're
a
like,
shit.
oh, it was just sex. It was just
Right.
sex. Like
So
that's what
I
happens.
understand.
Some
But there's a
people.
period of time. There's a period of time where it isn't, and it's like this weird. I've seen it, dude. I've seen it happen. Where it's like weird
and
amount of importance.
Those people
weird
are,
amount of
are
importance
the,
placed
those
on
people are either emotionally stunted or they lack experience in the world.
Kingston. We are in a time. No one's not emotionally stunted. Everybody that exists today
Sorry.
are
You're right.
stunted
You're
like
right.
crazy.
You're right.
You
We
just showed
all
us your
are.
fucking Digimon cards.
We all are.
All right?
We all are.
Let's relax.
I wouldn't say I'm stunted though. I would just say I enjoy something.
You are stunted.
That is not stunting. That's I
You
think
are
I
stunted
think-
in some ways.
I think you're using the word
Kissing
wrong.
on
But what happened
monsters.
is, what
No,
is
I think
like-
we're all
what-
stunted. You know?
We all have our things we hold on to and we cherish when we were younger, right? That is very true.
Yeah.
But what happens is like everyone that
Baby
has
moms.
sex eventually grows to realize, especially if you're having sex with multiple partners, and then like out of different relationships, you go to realize like this is my first time. 85% of people's first time is horrible. That is just
that's
how it is.
The point.
That's how it is.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially when you lose your virginity to somebody that's also new at sex as well.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Look, everybody's. If it's your first time and it's their first time, that's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be. It's not. It's not going to be a good experience.
Less pressure.
Yeah, it is less. It is weirdly less pressure for some reason.
It's not at the moment, but it is technically.
Well,
but
it's
not
less
at the moment.
pressure than if both of you are inexperienced, because you have that. Like if you're gonna lose your virginity to someone who's experienced, that must be so much fucking pressure. We're like, oh my god, there's no way I can be good. There's no way I can be good at this person that knows how to fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's what
I
they
don't know,
guide
man.
you. Is this all this like? It's like I understand what you guys are saying,
look,
but it's all
just-
this silliness. It's like this is so silly.
It's just a rule of mine. I will not. Look, I'm not going to be your entry into this world. Okay. First of all, because I just don't find. First of all, I don't. I just because I don't find that appealing, and also like what am I going to get
It's also
out of you?
the odds of you running into that now.
That's also
the
true.
odds
Yeah,
of you
yeah.
finding women around your age that haven't banged, because then it would be like you'd be working very backwards. Like
That's true. Yeah.
So at this point, nothing you got to really worry about.
If you run into somebody
Exactly,
in your late
exactly.
20s that's never
It was
had
really-
sex,
it
it's
was
kind
really
of a red
only-
flag.
It was really only an anxiety. Yeah, it's kind of true, but it's also like that was like a problem like early 20s.
Yeah.
Right, where people were like, oh, I don't know, and it's like
I don't want to be rude, but how do you guys feel like if there is a person around our age and they haven't banged yet? Does that feel problematic to you? Does that feel
Yes,
like there's
absolutely,
something
yes.
wrong?
Yes,
I think it's
absolutely,
bizarre.
yes,
Yeah, I think
yes.
it's weird. Yeah,
I do
100%.
too. And like
because I feel like it's impossible. I feel like here's the thing. Either there's a myriad of reasons why like I feel like it's a problem. Like first of all, we are Sweeney and I were
barring
late 20s.
asexuality. I want to borrow that.
Yeah, aside from that, because that's separate. That's like not
Yeah,
even interest.
yeah.
That's,
Wait,
that's a
barring
different
what?
thing.
You said what? Barring what?
Asexual.
If someone's just asexual and they just don't care.
Yeah, just borrow.
That's not a part of the conversation. That's not a conversation.
I just
I'll
didn't want to
be
get any
honest,
conversations.
yeah.
I didn't want to get any messages.
Okay.
100%.
I'm sick of
I'll
those
be
niggas always
honest.
getting involved. Leave me alone. You're
I'll be
in a
honest.
different class. Go
Listen,
to your
listen,
class.
listen. I'll be
Yeah,
honest. I have my own separate issue with those people. All right, I have my own separate problem with those people. I fucking hate those people. If you're asexual, I hate you. I fucking hate you. Not because I think you're a bad person, but because I'm very envious of your. I'm very envious of your affliction. Like I think
talk.
you've got a fucking sweet ride going on, man.
Real
and
talk, man.
what I would give to enter that ride is fucking crazy. But I don't know, man. I just feel like the only people that I've met who are my age who have not crossed that boundary yet are people who either they're really like self-pitying, or like, which is inherently like a problem, or they're just really like they're just the worst. You know, it's like the worst type of person. And I got into an argument on Twitter like recently about this, like where I tweeted like I tweeted something about like I don't know. Let me find it. I can't remember exactly what the message was, but it was like some like weird incel, some weird incel thing. It was like a cartoon. It was like a Wojak cartoon almost of some guy like being
I saw
jealous.
That. It looked like Tim Pool.
Yeah, it did look like I did think that was funny that it looked like Tim Pool, but it was like some incel Twitter account that was like your crush is likely with somebody else, and just like a bunch of people like woe is me in the fucking comments and all this shit, and I'm just like, have these people ever considered that like the intense desperation that permeates from everybody who thinks like this is one of the primary reasons why they're undesirable in the first place?
Yes,
Because like that is unironically like a serious like. Because I remember being like a kid and not like I remember being in high school and not like scoring and not doing well with women. I was just like, well, whatever. I'm not even joking. The immediate moment I stopped caring, it stopped being a problem, like actually. And so, like, to me, I feel like a lot of it really is just, like, a lot of self-sabotage and a lot of self-pity and a lot of, like, I'm a loser. I'm a fucking loser. And then you basically will yourself into being a loser.
That shit's not hot, dude.
You create that fucking future for yourself when you think that way.
Nobody likes
just,
that shit. Even
likes
fucking dudes, even guys, guys that will
Exactly.
fuck couches and shit, like guys that will literally fuck couches. Even they, like, if a girl comes and she's just like, "Oh, woe is me," this, that. Your eyes immediately, like, you're looking at the couch. You're like, "I'd rather fuck the couch right now."
Dude,
Dude,
your eyes immediately roll. Think about the types of women. Think about everybody you see on Twitter who are like, hold on. Think about any woman you see on Twitter who's like, man, I can't find a guy. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. Oh, I can't. Everybody's fucking.
My
like, and
brain
they're just
instantly
blaming-
goes to shut the
blaming
fuck
every-
up. Just shut
It's
the
immediate.
fuck up. It
It's
immediately
immediate.
like,
Just
shut up, dude.
Just fucking get over it. The same thing applies to you. Why do you think that doesn't apply to you? Like you're some guy like whining, like, I can't get pussy. It's like, holy shit, that's annoying. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Look,
this is why you can't.
Let me wait. First of all,
Yeah,
it's a little
sorry,
too intense. A little too intense. Okay.
Dude, it really bothers me because I had people responding.
He just turned off the burner.
I had people responding to that fucking tweet where I was just like, have you ever considered that it's desperation that's the problem in the first place? And somebody was like, dude, you've got great genetics. You're not in this conversation. I'm like, bro, I am 5'4" and I am blind.
Great genetics.
What are you talking about?
So what's wrong with that guy?
I am fighting uphill. I am fighting.
so
Yeah, right.
mean.
That's what I mean. It's like what's going on with this guy? This guy has like 8 legs. He's like MODOK, I guess.
He looks like fucking Slender. He looks like thin guy. He looks like thin guy.
He
Slender.
he looks like a Little Nightmares boss. Apparently, like I don't know what the fuck. Like
look.
What could possibly be wrong with you?
Like, look.
I am blind. I am 5'4". What I don't understand. Like everybody would say that I have the opposite problem. So like, so I don't know what I don't get it.
That's fucking
Look, what
hilarious.
happened
Is it the
Right.
chin? Is it the jaw? Really, the jaw's carrying me? That's
yeah,
it.
dude. That's some Chad shit right there, bro.
Or could it be the
You get that.
lack of desperation?
No,
I don't know.
I think what it is, a lot of people, what happens is that the internet has become a culture of people just bitching and crying and whining and moaning
Dude,
about relationship
actually,
stuff.
dude,
What do they
for
call it?
real.
Trauma dumping? Trauma
Yeah,
dumping?
it's
That's
in
what they do?
general.
Yeah.
In general,
Yeah,
dude, trauma
100%.
dumping during stream, worst experiences ever, bro. You're still trying to stream, somebody comes in your stream and is like, "Yo, dude, I'm playing
fuck outta
Pokemon
here."
Heart Gold right now. All right, I'm trying to get my Crocodile Digivolve. Leave me alone." But like, it's the idea of like, dude, I have one friend right now. I have one friend who is my age, who is a virgin. I have one friend currently. My age is a virgin. And their thing is that, like, they're like, I will do it when I do it, but, like, I don't care. Like, I just don't, like, and they genuinely don't care. And I think he leans towards more the asexual aspect of it.
Sounds like it.
Because he
Well, that
just
sounds
doesn't
like it, yeah.
give, like, I know what he's attracted to. He's attracted to women.
Yeah.
But he doesn't
you know
give,
what?
But he doesn't give a fuck.
But you know the thing is, I bet he could have, and he just didn't. You know what I mean?
I didn't.
Like,
He's like,
that's what I mean.
he doesn't care. But the
I bet
thing
he
is
has
that, like,
no fucking
I've
knots
seen
in his. He's
dude,
no
the thing
stress.
that's crazy. The thing that's crazy about it is like every time I see like some guy or some girl like complain about this exact thing, like, and they post like, I don't know, photos or something, and it's like they're fine. They're just normal looking. They're just completely normal looking. The only reason why you haven't been lucky is literally your attitude. It actually straight up is all that.
Yeah.
You know? And I get people like have like different I understand that there's like different levels of charisma and all that stuff that you learn throughout your life. I get it, right? A sense of humor, all that stuff. I get all that stuff plays into it. But there's no way to repel people more than just first of all, feeling sorry for yourself constantly. Just relegating yourself to this like defeatist, I'm a loser reality. And just all the stuff that comes with that. Like, it's just, it's embarrassing. Like, I don't get how they don't understand how they're getting in their own way with that shit.
It's I feel like it's not people getting in their way. I feel like it's people just aspirations towards getting laid is like way like
Also,
I
like, why is
people
that?
to understand this. People understand. Young people that are not involved in that right now. Sex is really not what it's all hyped up to be. It's really not. It's not.
mean, it's
something
cool.
that's gonna
I mean,
happen.
I'm a pretty big fan.
It's not something that's
I'm a
gonna
pretty
happen.
big fan of
that's
it
gonna-
myself.
I enjoy it as much as every human being with a penis that is a male that is hardwired, mostly correct. I'm pretty sure enjoys it. You know, it's like it's you know it's.
You like it less though. You like it less than most people, I think.
I
You
feel
like
like
Andrew Tate, where
I
it's like
feel
a
like I
chore.
do. I feel like I do because I sought it out for so long, and then when I started getting it consistently, I was like, "This has not changed my life at all. This has not changed. I am not.
Yeah, it was-
I am not on cloud 9.
I never thought about that either. I was just like, oh, pussy probably feels great. Oh, guess what? It does.
It feels pretty.
Yeah.
This is pretty dope. I would still rather a divine meal over pussy. the best pussy I've ever had, I'd still rather like a great meal over it.
No, that's. I mean that is true. Like it's just like a pussy's a pussy, a dick's a dick, right? So, but the thing is, I will say, and I always preference this because when that is said, I say you haven't lived until you've combined the two. Start off with something like dessert, like a
You're
McFlurry.
capping. If you're telling me you wouldn't, Chris, if you're telling me right now you wouldn't prefer your favorite meal cooked immaculately over pussy, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're
so
crazy.
What if my favorite meal is pussy?
You're capping.
Look, that's
then it's different. Then it's different. If your favorite meal is pussy, that's different.
It's definitely in the top 5.
If you're an eater, that's different, right?
Absolutely.
Oh shit! Let me confirm my. You guys, I'm gonna mute you guys real quick. I'm gonna mute myself. Sorry.
But just simple. It's like it's.
Yeah. No, people put too much importance on it.
Just-
People put too much importance on it. I do agree. I do. Look, it's pretty fucking cool. But also, like, I don't know. I think the idea that people, you know what it is? People seek too much fulfillment out of it. That's the problem? Where it's like they think that like once they achieve it, it'll be like, oh, then I'll be happy. It's like, no, you will still wake up and you'll probably be miserable in the same exact way, and you'll be like, why isn't this making me happy?
You'll still be the same you. Literally.
Listen,
it's not going to do it.
Hold on, boys, not you boys. I'm talking about the boys that are listening. Clip this to those sad sacks of shit or whatever, because they always get shit wrong. I've even had people I know ask me for advice about this kind of stuff, and I was like, I can't believe XYZ is asking me this. You're a pretty good-looking guy. You're very talented. I know a guy. Hold up. Like a talented blonde-looking guy that is fucking killer at the guitar. I'm like, how is this guy not getting pussy? You know, he's one of those people that got swept into the shit, I guess, where the confidence is just not there. And all I said to him, and I'll say the same thing to everybody. Yeah, confidence is great. Obviously, that's what you have to work on that shit. You know, you got to get some W's to build confidence. The thing is, everybody. One thing that is so commonly shared between everyone that is universal is laughter. Everybody wants to laugh. Everyone wants to have fun. You may not be very funny. So how you remedy that, the person that you want to share laughter with, you bring them to a comedy show, you guys watch funny shows together, you know, Netflix, watch some fucking Seinfeld, some Community or whatever the fuck. You surround yourself with funny shit, funny people that will get you guys connecting with laughter. If you can't make them laugh yourselves, if you're not very funny. That is the fucking thing. There's a guy, Ralph Garman, his line, he says, make them laugh, then you'll be making them breakfast. If you get it, they'll stay the night, and then you make them breakfast.
Being funny carries. Being funny is so OP, it's crazy.
Paramount.
but
that's
like,
why women are never
man.
funny, because women never have to worry about the same trials. That's why women are often not fucking funny. It's actually true. It's actually a true thing. It's really rude, though.
Hitchens, dude.
Christopher Hitchens said that. Where he was like, they don't need to be funny, so they're not.
Horsemen.
Which is crazy.
I was like,
I know funny women. I know, like, I would give it maybe four funny women.
I know a few funny. You know what's crazy though? I think I brought this up on the podcast before, but I'll bring it up again because it's been probably like a year and some odd, probably longer than that. But like something that I've noticed specifically is that if you go to like independent comedians, like comedians that aren't super well known, right? A lot of the time I'll see like male comedians go up there and just the least funny people in the fucking world, right? And then you see successful male comedians and they're pretty fucking good, you know, for the most part. Obviously it's like, you know, every industry's got its own preferences or whatever, but like at least, you know, all these people are, you know, competent and like they're funny and they've proven themselves in some way. Like as far as like women in comedy, I find it so fucking fascinating that like a lot of the independent female comics that I've seen are so fucking funny, and then the famous ones are not. I don't know what the fuck that's about. It's so weird. That's like a weird thing that I've noticed.
They feel like they have to play into the societal stigmas and the tropes that like, oh, guys don't want to hear about you talk about guy things, so you got to talk about the fucking stupid girl shit and fucking dudes and things that girls, you know, like, and I'm like, that's what I don't want to hear that. I want to hear you just crack jokes like anybody else. You can be funny. Like you can if you want. You know, I'm
I went to an open mic in the last like 2 months or like 3. Sometime super recently, and it was every guy went up there and was just talking about like, Yeah, so my fucking mom's dead and I'm alone.
Was this like alt comedy? What the hell is this?
My dick fell off. I fucking have AIDS. My hamster. I chewed on my hamster snuck into my hot dog and I chewed him up by accident. And now he's gone. Like just like and
I don't know,
just expecting. Well, I'm making it funnier. Like it was actually just sad, and I was It was so difficult for me not to laugh out loud at some of this stuff because I knew that like I wasn't laughing for the right reason. Because you could tell it wasn't like a joke. You could tell like they were using it as like a sad way to kind of like self-deprecation, like and then they would lead therapy. Into some. Yeah, it was like a free therapy session. I'm like, dude, men are not funny right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But you said it earlier about like confidence. I really feel like a lot of these incel message boards and a lot of these like sub communities. I feel like their primary goal is to just sap the confidence from people. Like I really feel like their goal is like to just drain people of any sense of self-worth, so that way they keep coming back to the forum and they keep fucking clicking on like fucking ads or I don't even know, man. I don't know how they make their fucking money. I don't know, but it seems like there's a financial incentive to just make people feel as bad as possible about being themselves as possible. It's weird. It's
I agree with
bizarre.
that.
I don't like it. I think it's fucking dumb.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Anyway, where are we at? We're about there.
Fell off. My penis fell off. My dog ran away. I got shot in the hip. If someone, because self-deprecation it's become too easy. We compare ourselves to people too much.
It's like we get it.
It's too many problems. There's too many problems that people have too naturally, and like now it's all we've become as a society. It's like, oh, we're just not that, and it's like, dude, you gotta understand, you're not. You're just exist and enjoy your existence, and stop being such a fucking chud. That's it, man. Like, I'm a fat dude, bro, and I can still pull girls. It's not hard. All you have to do is just approach them and try to be personable.
Just grab them.
But also, I don't know, man. That just can't be the reason you're doing. Like, I feel like the reason people do it is to like, oh, they think it's gonna make them happy, and it's like it's not gonna make you happy. Like, if you're miserable, there's a lot of stuff going on internally that you got to figure out before. And nobody wants to be with a fucking miserable person. Yeah. Like, I mean, I know that sucks. And like I'm sure like there's a lot of valid reasons. There's probably a lot of valid reasons to be miserable right now, you know. But like,
you'll be mine.
I don't know, man. It's just I don't know.
No, bitch.
I'm at a loss at how to help these people.
And it's really, like, dude, you know, like become miserable together. You know, don't be miserable from the jump. Make each other miserable. That's how it works.
Yeah, definitely.
Make each other miserable. You know, and then stay together in a miserable relationship. Have a bunch of kids out of hatred. Mistreat your kids. Create generational problems. Like the classic.
I like it.
Oh my god, a lot of some of the responses to this are fucking crazy.
Well, yeah, I'll read some of them.
A lot of talk from a guy whose jawline could cut a nation in half.
What a bunch of fucking fat.
That's crazy, bro. This is like they're just reaching, saying, dude.
It's crazy.
Like, trying to find anything about you that is like, oh, here's the one thing that's good. So let me act like you're fucking you're that Asian doctor on fucking that good doctor. That's you. Now. Yeah, you're him now. Like, oh man.
Yeah, it's them going up to me and they're like, I am a virgin. I am a virgin, Dr. Han.
That is what's happening. That is what's happening, isn't it?
It's like, all right, man, God bless. You know, I wish you guys luck, sincerely. Just get out of your pity party. And I really feel like if you get out of your pity party, you'll have a lot more luck. Although, who am I talking to? They're not listening to this. Yeah. They're not here.
They're too busy listening to Sneeko be a cunt.
Our podcast listeners
listen
are
to
funny.
Sneeko and the Aiden Ross and whoever else.
That's true, yeah. They're listening to those guys. Oh, God, Jesus Christ.
Hearing Aiden Ross talk, hearing Aiden Ross and CQC talk makes me want to hurt people, bro.
I actually...
They just rush through words.
I'm so not a violent person, but like I feel like if I ran into those people in person, I might just push for a fight.
You might just instigate.
I might just a little bit because I usually don't. I usually stay out of shit, but I kind of want them to get beaten up. And I'm like.
I want to create a fake thing that they did bad and it's put on the internet. Like that's how much I don't like them. I want to lie. I want to take part in a lie involving them.
Let's go.
All right.
We got any more questions, or are we wrapping this bitch up?
I think we're wrapping up. We're about to hit 2 hours.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for showing up. Remember going to patreon.com/snarktank to get your shit going on. We got Derek and I got a song coming out soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that.
It's jazz fusion.
Rest in peace, Donnie.
Rest in peace, Donnie.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Donnie. You fucking idiot.
Every step I take.
All right, let's count down.
3, 2, 1.
Every single day I'll be so gay. I miss you, my nigga. That was the original version.
Beautiful. That's
and they
beautiful.
said, "Hey, you gotta change that a little bit."
You got to change that a lot, actually. I think that needs. So it's good. So we like it, but can you change every word?
Just make a different song. Just make a different song. Give a different title to. Change the chords. Make it 4/3.
That is such
make it
sleazy like record label shit too. Literally shit that they would say.
Change every word.
Okay. The Ghost of Tom Sweeney's YouTube channel, Old Debbie Cumfingers.
Nice.
The only Snark Tank patron to have both justifiably and verifiably shot and killed not just one, but 2 people. It was ruled as a blank. Oh, I can't see.
Well, okay.
you know.
Please elaborate on that.
That's
Yeah,
lit,
congrats,
bro.
man.
How strong
Congrats,
do you feel? Did you feel strong after you did it?
I literally want that read on the next podcast. I want to know what the fuck
I
that was
want to
about.
know what the story is, dude. I want to know what the story is. Do you have the
Is
time?
that the baby? Is that fucking the baby? Is he a fan?
Oh, that's awesome.
What's up?
Do you have the time to bust in my behind? How about
Not bad.
not in an every man all at once? Not bad. There might be something there. There might be something there, my friend.
We might have to take that. We might have to build on that.
We might have to. We might build on that little thing you got there.
Progression.
It's not bad.
Ratchet and Clank rift apart. Clank assassinates MLK DLC. Sweeney lick my weenie. Cam Fleximus Snatchimus Dickmidius. Father to a gay son. Husband to Caucus Algonius. Algonquis? What is that? It's such a weird fucking word. Caucus Alongus. It's so dumb.
That's fucking madness.
The kill is just Jared Leto singing about his inner conflict to be a furry. My Mojo Dojo Casa house, except it's my bedroom and I can't afford to decorate. Tinfoil Tyrant, King Ray, the Stingray Irwin Hunter, putting blackface on my light bulbs. Ice-T raped my dragon.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about that special victims unit. I should write that down so we don't forget things like that.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Like Game of Thrones special victims unit is so good. King Ray the Stingray Irwin Hunter putting black blah, blah, blah. Sweeney swallow up my peenie.
Nice.
Bend my dick come in or snatch sings and the people proud and gay shouting give me dick hooray.
Nice.
Nice.
Sheep Pipkin on my Pippa. Possum. Yes, that's my real name. Ayuda. Estos hombres negros me secuestron. Jesus.
No.
Domination. Average clit energy. Put your fat cock in, pull your fat cock out, and do the fucky and turn my ass inside out. That's what being gay is all about. It's almost like there's a syllable problem
so
there.
Many syllables.
There's a syllable.
Put your
That's
fat
what
cock
being gay
in.
is all
Put your
about.
fat cock out.
It should be put your fat cock in, pull your fat cock out, do the fucky wucky. I like fucky wucky personally more than fucky, and turn me inside out.
Yeah.
Turn my ass inside out is unnecessary. You already know that's the ass. It's implied by the song. This is why we're the experts.
Right.
That's what
why
it's
we get paid
all
the big
about.
bucks.
Fucking. Then you do
This is why-
you do the F and F word afterwards. And the F and F word afterwards would be the closing for it. It'd be perfect.
Yeah. They should make pedos wear GoPros in prison so you can see what happens to them. I think that would be neat.
That would just be a crazy thing to see. You gotta buy it on like HBO or like pay per view.
Dude, easily that's HBO. Star Coffee, a cock goblin Robin Williams grave. Oh,
Jeez.
a cock goblin robbing Robin Williams' grave. Okay.
Well,
So he robs his decaying penis? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he takes
He
it.
takes
Got
the
it.
noose.
I like it.
click it off.
Got it. Hey,
Gollum-
what are you doing with my penis? Well, you better come back with that.
Hey, what are you doing? Gollum and Smeagol arguing over whether to say the N-word. Transfem Gremlin exposing people with lactose intolerance to 90 million rotogens of ionizing radiation. Yush, not Vinpen. The Angelic Dungeon Master presents Game of Thrones Special Victims Unit. Craig the Canadian, Richard Fisting, Call Me Dick. It's your boy Shawnee D, Southern Sweet Tea. Matt Walsh is the hero of our team. Sweet Baby Gang for life. Ben and Jerry's Funky Monkey. Indie Butterknife on YouTube. Cumped. 3XO wondering if his half-elf bard is considered a monster fucker for romancing Lazelle correctly. 35 hours deep into Act 1. I uninstalled it already. I can't.
What? Wait, what?
I can't. I have too much work, and then Starfield is like right around the corner. I can't.
You're missing out, man. Missing out. I'm at the end of Act 2, and it's literally like that's the best storytelling I've seen in a video game thus far. It's up there with me with like storytelling wise. I think it's up there with like Red Dead's a different kind of way of telling story, but when it comes to character writing, I've just never seen better character writing. It's like, oh, this is just flawless.
I mean, it's cool. I like that it's a game where if you piss off a genie, they can turn you into cheese. I think it's cute. It's got some cute stuff going on. I really hate combat in it. Like I fucking can't. I can't do it. I really fucking hate it. It is the least fun I've had doing anything. Like I can't.
The combat's so cool too. It's insane. But that's just how you are. That's not your kind of game.
I'm playing. I'm also playing a rogue who is like incredibly powerless. So like maybe if I was playing a barbarian, I'd have more fun. But like, and maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll try it again like in December and try like a barbarian instead, because like there's too many fucking stipulations about the rogue that are like if I was playing a rogue in like an actual game where I actually had control of my character, I feel like I'd have a lot more fun. But in this the
thing about rogues are supposed to be jacks of all trades. You play a rogue to like, I want to be good at picking locks. I want to be good at finding traps. I want to be really good at knowing like art history. Yeah, that's how you play a rogue. You know, they give you extra perks.
But the thing about it is that like I'm playing this fucking rogue, and then like, all right, I could sneak attack people, and then I sneak around, and then I go behind somebody and I pull out my knife to sneak attack them, and I don't have advantage, so I can't do it. And okay. I mean, if you insist, this is fucking stupid. I don't care for this at all. This defeats the purpose of this rogue entirely. Like, why wouldn't I just play a barbarian and punch everything?
For the biggest thing for sneak attack is trying to have an enemy within range of the person you're gonna sneak attack. Using your ranged weapons or your inside weapons. Because I'm a rogue right now. I'm a rogue and ranger right now, and I'm fucking hurting people. I can't because I even tried this thing where it's like, okay, I'm gonna have one of my party members talk to this guy, right? And I have him talk to him, so he's distracted, and then I go up behind him, and it's like, you can't do this, and it's like, what can I fucking do then? In fucking Baldur's Gate. That it's like that. I don't know, man. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because I know how good it is. Like I understand that it's like a really good game. Like I like the character writing. I like the story. But like to suffer through this combat that is so uniquely unfun.
I have
I can't do it,
brother.
What are you playing, Derek? What class are you playing?
I always start off with the most boring, like usually, and then I work my way around. You're a fighter. Yeah.
I mean, fighters they do damage. They hurt them. Hurt people. They really hurt people. But
that's how I start off, and then I like to work my way around. I always want to see that first. I want to see how the fighters, how they do their thing. I want us to do some dual wielding. And but Chris, your fucking solution, man. I've seen this in forums. The people that are think that it's unbearable, just slap one of the trainers on, and fucking have you'll have the what is the you know, your movement cap or whatever, you can remove that. So you can just fucking just like kind of speed up the fight. Well, you can it'll ruin the combat experience. But if you don't like the experience, it's perfect for you to literally to skip past the tactics and just start killing everyone.
My God.
Dude, the whole like I'm 2 feet away from somebody and then I slash my sword at them and then I miss is fucking like I'm sure
the shit I set up, bro.
I'm sure it's fun for people. I'm sure, but like I can't do it.
Like one of the big boss fights. I have I developed I got a waypoint in like a castle. So the big boss fight, I snuck around it inside. I set my Raven to turn off all of the fucking lights in the room, and then I went up behind a boss that I'm supposed to enter a whole big siege with, and I stabbed them in the back and killed them instantly. And then everyone else proceeded to run in and just ransack the people, and I was like, "This is amazing."
Dude, it sounds like something. It sounds like something that would be so fun to do in real time. That's my thing. It's like I look at all this stuff and I'm like, this would be so fun to do. And that's kind of the thing where it's like, I do this in every fucking game, every other game that I play, except it's not arbitrarily turn-based. And I get it. It's part of the game. It's like, it's just how D&D works. I get it. But like, I don't know. I'll probably jump back into it with like a much stronger class, like one that's not fucking.
I would suggest you try fighter or barbarian for the beginning, since you don't understand.
I'm gonna do barbarian next time. I'm just gonna clap people's heads into dust because I'm just I'm tired of trying. I'm tired of trying to find clever ways around situations and the game not letting me do it because I don't have advantage. So it's just like fuck it,
man. I had a barbarian until I got him to a point where I could make him a paladin. Now I have a paladin barbarian that runs around beating the dog fuck out of everyone for me.
Yeah, but the main reason I uninstalled it though is because like, look, there's 7 more days. There's 7. It's a huge game. It's gonna take me fucking weeks to get through it.
There's too much shit, man.
It's 7 days until Starfield, and personally speaking, Bethesda games just do something for me that a lot of other games don't. I know I'm gonna be sucked into Starfield. I know it's gonna do something, so I want to get through that before I even touch Baldur's Gate again.
I feel the opposite for me for Bethesda. Bethesda is like it's just the same kind of game.
You were addicted to Skyrim in 2016.
I know. And then I played
2 years.
That was the first one I played, right? Then I played Fallout, and I was like, this is the same thing. I played Fallout 3 back when it came out, and it was the same thing. And I was like, they're the same kinds of games, just in different settings. So I'll see. I'll probably play Starfield.
Yeah.
I'll see what it's like. It might be cool. It might. I'm going into it with low expectations. Because I feel like it's gonna run like shit, but it's gonna run like shit. And it's gonna make me not play the game.
Yeah,
but we'll see. I think it's gonna be at least decent.
We'll see, man.
We just need that new Elder Scrolls though. Like we don't care about Starfield. Just give me that new Elder Scrolls though.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know, man. I want
some shit. I'm not. Even
I don't know,
sure.
man. I
give me
like
that new Elder Scrolls, bro.
I like science fiction stuff. I'm into it. I'm into whatever they're doing.
Oh yeah, sci-fi.
I'm hearing. Look, I'm not gonna break anybody's NDA for them, but like, I'm pretty keen. I'm pretty keen to get my hands on this fucking thing.
2 of my friends,
because I know a lot of people who are playing it.
It is really.
I know a lot of people who are playing it right now, and like they haven't told me anything specifically. They're like, dude. A few of them have said like this is exactly for you, and I'm like, yes.
I have heard it runs like shit though. I have heard that exactly already. I've heard that multiple times. Like, yo, this game runs like dog piss.
I mean,
but it is a great game. I keep hearing it's really fun. It's just that like, prepare for it to crash a bunch.
Be a Bethesda game if it ran perfectly.
Apparently,
it'd be a good Bethesda game if it ran perfectly. It'd be a finished one, but they're gonna get there. In 3 months, it'll be finished entirely.
It'll be fine. If you have a PC that'll run it, it's fine. I'm sure.
That's true.
Anyway. Also, Baldur's Gate is so fucking like gigabytes wise.
Bro, it's so big. It's so big and it's so demanding PC power wise too.
I can't.
It's like, what the fuck is this, dude?
I can't have that and Starfield on the same machine. Like
every time I teleport somewhere, I can hear the fans in my computer turn on.
Dude, yeah,
it's
crazy.
They're like, yo, give me a second, yo. Make sure you turn off everything else, all right? Before you know.
My rig is no slouch, and it is screaming sometimes.
It is a fucking spicy video game, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That guy.
Let's bring it on home, boys.
Let's bring it on home. That guy that's gonna ask if you would drink your girlfriend's breast milk, slurping, stroking, smoking, joking. Emoticons going like this: Morning Owlet, Sheeny Ty, Caesar Little, Nancy Pelosi killing a Palestinian with her massive tits. Jeffrey the county jail bone mason who carves your skull. I forgot about that. The guy in jail that's carving people's skulls.
Oh yeah.
He's making Calivetta skulls for fucking with real people's heads.
Jail.
Just handing
in
to
overnight
people.
Jail. That's crazy. Not even. I love that.
Jail. Just
Obi, won't you blow me? Some white guy. Jeff Keighley
great.
performing fatalities on people trying to walk upon his stage. Dude,
So
we didn't talk. I knew
So
we forgot
disrespectful.
about that.
So
we totally
disrespectful,
forgot about
bro.
that. Oh, I knew
Jeff
it.
should have
There was
Falcon
something.
punched him, bro. Should have
Well,
knocked
yeah,
his
so
head off
here's
his
the thing.
fucking neck.
At this
So-
time, shoot him,
At this point, third time's the strike. I think he has full reins to do whatever he wants.
please.
I think
That's
he
when
should bring a
taking
glaive
martial
on
arts so he
stage
can
with
start
him.
really hurting people, bro.
Like we do live executions now, like for people.
Yeah.
They don't fuck around anymore.
Dude, that
no
guy
more
was so
Bill
embarrassing,
Clinton
man.
References, no more. It was so fucking. It was
imagine-
such a fail.
Dude, it was such a fail because like no one laughed. Like it what and the thing about it, the thing that so that first kid is lame also, but like the thing that was
Yeah.
impressive about that first kid was that he managed to sneak up on stage with the people and nobody like and he was just standing with the developers and everybody no one thought like who's this kid? And then he managed to go up there and then he went off on that weird tirade and then it just ended, right? And it was like it was lame, but it was at least like somewhat interesting that happened. This time it was like a guy probably like twice this kid's age, maybe even 3 times this kid's age, who went up on stage, ripped him off, and in a worse way, like in a less funny way. Imagine mimicking a child and not being able to do it well. Like imagine not being able to outshine what a child. Like the next guy's gonna die, dude. The next guy who does this is gonna get shot to shit.
Jeff is
Keighley's
gonna take a blunderbuss out his pocket, put it against the guy's neck, and then blow his head off.
It's gonna, dude.
Like,
it's gonna be.
what
It has
the
the.
fuck?
Full
It's
of
got a
broken
fucking.
disc.
Yeah, dude. It's got the clarinet fucking barrel.
yeah.
It's full of a
Where
bunch
it,
of
like,
broken
folds out.
discs and rocks, bro. Like, yo, this guy,
man.
Jeff's not playing anymore.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Damn it, I knew we
GTA
forgot.
6
I knew we
fucking
forgot it.
prototypes. Just-
That game's gonna be fucking. Dude, this year. We still have
GTA
to do
6
that
comes out this year. It
episode.
comes out this year?
Oh right, we got to do that
We still
episode.
have, yeah, we still have to do that episode about the fucking.
6 is coming out
games.
this year?
No.
No, next
No.
year. Next year.
Let's say, what the
Yeah.
fuck? My friends are working on it. I didn't hear anything about that.
No. Yeah, it's next year. It's next year for sure. Anyway,
fucking-
Guy, Avi, something funny and topical, going to mod all the women in Baldur's Gate, be built like Ivy from Soul Calibur. All my women are naked. All of them. Constantly.
All of them, yeah.
I
absolutely.
mean that's a requirement. It's literally, I was like, this game's made for me. I don't even need a
It's
mod.
actually, you know what's crazy? It actually disadvantaged, like, because I had the scale mail for a while, and it was just like giving me like fucking complete shit rolls. And I was like, fuck this. I'm just gonna go in naked, and I did better without the fucking armor on. So it's almost like the game
Dude,
wants you to be naked.
My
Fucking
Shadow
crazy.
Heart and my Shadow Heart, my Lae'zel, my Karlak are lactating, bro. It's fire. It's
Yeah,
fire.
I
it's part-
almost so here's the thing. I almost modded bigger tits.
You
right,
did-
because
you
it's
didn't do it?
available. So the reason I didn't do it, so I took a screenshot from the Nexus mod, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. The thing is, though, and I don't know how to get around this just yet, because people have patches for converting from the early access to the new game, and whatever, it didn't work for me. And long story
Oh,
short,
yeah.
it gave me, I couldn't play the game. It's like, you need to remove every mod, anything that's even before you can continue it. And it took me fucking forever to find every file that, cause it wasn't even a lot of files, but the shit is between your app data and where it stores your common files. It pissed me off so much.
Dude, this is why, unironically, this is why I don't like modding games anymore. Because like I did that with the Master Chief Collection, because I
Yeah.
put some custom mods in there to do something, and then it fucked my controls like entirely, and like it straight up like wouldn't let me like zoom in. In game, and I was
the
like,
the way that
and they were like, you have to
files
get
are
rid of
set
it, and I
up
was
are
like, yeah.
horrible.
And you have to
It's
get rid of like,
terrible.
and there's always one thing here and one thing there and one thing there and one thing there, and it's like this was such a nightmare that
And then you
I'm
don't
not
even,
gonna mod
and then,
anything.
and can stimulate. It says, "Oh, your game's on this file." And you're like, all right, cool. Open it up. You see no game data. You just see like a little thing that's like the game is here. I'm just not gonna show you. And it's like, why are you not showing me?
Bro,
Why are
they
you not
have
showing me? Just help me. Help me fix
I remember.
this.
I remember
What?
what it was. It was a ray tracing mod. Like I wanted to see what like Halo 3 would look like
and
with ray
it fucked
tracing.
up
'cause I was
your
curious.
ray tracing. It fucked up
Dude,
your
it
controls.
fucked up everything. And then when I
That's fucking
deleted it, and downloaded it again, it re-downloaded the fucking mod. So like
No
it just
shit.
ruined it. Like yeah, it just synced. Like the file synced for some. I don't know how the fuck it happened, but like I was
That's
like, oh my
fucking
god, this is so
ridiculous.
horrible. So I had to I spent like an entire 3 days going through the files, like trying to figure out like just to get it playable again.
It took me the night to. I was so excited to play Baldur's Gate, and then it took me the night to find the file finally, because especially there's a log to help you say there is this many files that shouldn't be there, and it's like, I got rid of all these files, so what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, so at the very end of the night, I finally found this one fucking file that supposedly was supposed to be in the common folder where your game data is, but it was in the app folder where it's like the local shit.
Oh my
God. And it
God.
didn't say it was gonna be in there, and it drove me. Anyway.
That shit drives me insane too. With like Premiere does that same thing too, where like you have to clear the media cache, otherwise it'll fill. Never mind. We're getting into it. Let's.
Yeah.
Computers don't make fucking sense, bro.
They're fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So
I feel
stupid.
gay. Fuck you. The Papini Brothers Emporium tries to get Vegeta to say "I swallow cum" on stream. Donkerson, quiet, quittin', and queef and queer. The redhead to black pipeline. William Harrington. Sween can choose what I make Chris say next. Tell him Steve Dave, not a furry. I just want to fuck a wombat. A mean lesbian, Goth edition. John Strickland, Mercs 1889. Only you can make this world seem right. I don't know what that means. The First Church of Keith David featuring Black Cletus Cassidy. Seinfeld is the PewDiePie of the 90s. I don't know what that means.
What a bunch
but
of
God
N-words?
bless.
I don't understand.
I don't. All right. Yeah, sure, man. It is. Yeah. Pre-Roz, Blake896, cop shoots Pomeranian out of fear that its dick is bigger than his. Alaskan oilfield trash, Texas tater salad. Sue Hulk, tickle my ass hairs. Nikki Ziggy, Marcus Penis, railgunning Sneeko in the head with his hammer of dong. Lobotomized Jesus, every time I come it sounds like Squidward walking. Jackson DuPont, Badly Brave, Hungry Derek, just a reminder of this timeline where you're not Spider-Man. Aetherian, Pergerian Hunter. Melphus 1, Warlock Hexblade Supremacist, or Hexblade Warlock Supremacist. And rounding out our list as always, the King of haphazard.
King.
That's the sound of my gay gat.
That's the sound of my dick.
This is sound of That's the sound of my dick.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys for all your support. We'll catch you next
50
time
years of hip-hop,
on the
man.
next Angry Joe Show.